Okay, we are live. Let's see. Has that done anything on YouTube? Of course it hasn't. Of course it hasn't. Streaming software should be coming through now. We are there. Just setting everything up here. There we go. That's better. Let's make sure
setting
that
everything up here.
Chat going. Oh dear. There we go. Right, all set. So, this is a bit of a special stream because today is Armed Forces Day in the UK. And what I'm going to be doing, if you've seen the description, you'll probably know already. I'm going to be using all of the endowment skins. So that's all of these guys. So what I'm going to do, all the weapons, I'm going to be using these guys. Now these are part of the Call of Duty endowment program, and they have 2 new skins. So there's 2 packs. One was released last year, I think season 1, and they've released a new one for this season as well. And they're pretty cool actually. They also have stickers for them as well, so I'm going to put those on. So there he is. So kind of gets lost in the camo because they've already got the stickers on there already, so, so I don't know if I'm going to use them all. But yes, that's what I'm going to be doing. So depending on what I'm running, I'm going to change all the camos. So let's do that now, so I don't forget. There we go. Lovely. And do the same for the RPG. Let's run that red. Let's run it with the red one. To locate these guys, by the way, if you go into the store and check down at the bottom, you've got the franchise store. And if you go right down to the bottom, they come under MISC, and it gives you an explanation as to what they're for. And so the endowment provides grants for not-for-profit in the US and registered UK charities, which place veterans in the US and UK into high-quality civilian jobs. Now I've seen this for myself firsthand, what this can do for people, and it's actually really, really cool. So for example, I knew one vet who was a bit of an adrenaline junkie. I'm not gonna lie, he was an adrenaline junkie, and he was given a job as a high altitude window cleaner. So he was working on skyscrapers and stuff like that, cleaning windows. He loved it, absolutely loved it. He was abseiling and everything. So it was exactly what he wanted to do. It was exactly what he was used to doing. So I was like, yeah, I'm up for that. And so a charity organisation that I was working for at the time helped him to do that. And I actually referred him for it, so I'm well happy. And he's happy as well. He loves it. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to make sure that all my Warzone stuff is sorted out as well, so when I drag in the rest of the buggers, I'll be ready. Let's get this. The great thing is you don't need to unlock these. They're automatically placed in your inventory when you buy them. So no need to unlock them. Am I going to run a heavy boy today? Probably not. I'm going to run the 12 gauge more than likely. So let's run that. Lovely. And again with this guy, I'm going to run it red. Awesome. And I've got this set out. This is part of the pack, and I've called it Heroes because, you know, armed services and all that lot. You do get For the Cause, which is a special M4. As you can see, it's all decked out. It's got all the Gucci parts that you would like in a civilian AR-15. So, yeah, that's very nice. Flat trigger. Lovely. And the Corvus Marksman barrel is very, very useful. So, definitely worth keeping an eye out. And the other one was the Defender. This is a very nice revolver. It's actually the revolver that I was using to get the gold on. So when I was unlocking the gold using the 357, I was actually using this exact model to do it. And do it I did. So very, very nice. The detailing on it is beautiful. So yes, that's all set out. I might run that at some point just to keep things interesting, should we say. I'm also going to put cold-blooded on that because I'm sick of being targeted from a billion miles away by heat-seeking stuff. I don't think we need to run the machine guns today. That's Warzone 1. Sniper. I've been using the Sterling blueprint on the Car 98, which has worked quite well. But I'm going to run the camo. And same for Necromancer, which is, yeah, I really do like this skin. I think it's really, really cool. But for the sake of consistency, I'm going to put that on. That looks pretty cool, actually. Not going to lie, that actually looks really cool. Okay. And Warzone, Heavy Boy, Sniper, whatever I want to call it. You're getting the treatment as well. You're going blue. And you are going to go red. Cool. Okay, I think we're good. Right? So, I might run that. Let me see what my dailies are, actually. What are my daily requirements? 7 kills using granulated grips and sleight of hand. Weapon drop field upgrade. Really? 50 kills with a no stock option and a drum mag. Well, M4 doesn't have a drum mag. But what does have a drum mag and has a no stock is the Heavy Boy. Drum mag, no stock. So, okay, in that case, we'll run it blue. And the Rich Boy. And I call it the Rich Boy because it's gold and platinum. I mean, oh, that's such a nice pistol. Also useful as a signaling device. Check that out. You know, so if you're ever lost in the wilderness, you just shine this thing and you'll be fine. But for now, oh, that actually looks really cool. Very nice. I still got the gold. Very good. Alright, I think with that, we're all set. I'm gonna run Heavy Boy to get the 50, and then we'll run something else with the granulated grip tape and sleight of hand. I think, actually. Okay. Let's run sleight of hand on that. So I do need to get kills after reload, so that probably works out quite well. I'll run this with the skeleton stock removed because the sights on this are absolutely trash. So they're just really blocking like what I'm seeing. So anyway, there's a few things that I need to sort out here. So I need to bring up my task manager and set that to low priority. Yeah, and then performance mode. There we go. Awesome. Right. Now the other question is, where are those buggers going? Okay, we've got Dirge and Pony online. Interesting. Okay, leave that alone for now. So I've only got... Kai's online. Hello. I'll probably bother him later. But let's see if anything has happened here. Let's grab Stir Crazy. Alright. And quick play. Let's see how quick I can get into a game. Let's see what happens. Gonna put... Oh, come on. Thank you. Oh, we're on the wrong regiment. God damn it. Switch regiment. Norab. Thank you. No, don't leave the lobby. Ah, this map. This whole map. Let's go with Bill Salty Boy. Who's running an open mic? Shut up.
No
right.
prisoners. Shoot to kill.
Okay. Yeah, that looks so cool, doesn't it? It's a good looking rifle. Ow. Ah! That made me jump. God damn it. Not a good start. Not a good start.
Enemy at the Palace Dome.
Another thing that is of interest. I actually joined Parler today. Parler is a... What the fuck's he doing? A Twitter alternative that basically doesn't have nearly as much censorship on it and stuff like that. You can be a little bit more open, I guess.
Kill confirmed.
Be a little bit more edgy, I suppose. So I'm gonna use that for a little bit. See how it goes. See if I can get any more traction. A few more people joining in the streams, things like that. Really, it's all about spreading out and getting more eyes on content and all that sort of stuff. So Oh, you motherfucker. I just saw it attached to the wall in front of me. Like, oh no.
Enemy UAV overhead. Friendly UAV overhead.
It's like you know those times when you absolutely know you're screwed. Yeah. That.
Allied cluster strike inbound. Friendly vehicle. Enemy cluster strike incoming. Kill confirmed. Friendly UAV overhead. Enemy cluster strike overhead. Personal radar drone ready. Kill confirmed.
Ah! Well, I got the first of the first of the dailies that has been completed. Let's move on to the next one. In eine Minute.
Enemy at the
Oh, you. Oh, oh, never mind. Okay, he's dead. Shit. Ah, got you. Oh crap, I'm about to die. Yep, I knew it. Enemy white phosphorus. No! No, 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 no! Oh, hide! Oh. Oh, I hate this. Hello.
Kill confirmed.
Hello.
Enemy UAV overhead.
It hurts your visibility, and also if you go near any of the fire, you are screwed. Wait for it.
Enemy
There's
personal
someone
radar.
around it. Knew it. Knew it. Knew it. Knew it.
Reloading.
Oh, good hit. Ah, no. Couldn't even see him. He saw my feet under the truck. What's that about? Oh.
Reload.
UAV overhead.
Need to reload.
Ah, I knew there'd be somebody there. It's like you keep your eyes down the scope on one side and then they pop out on another. Ah, it sucks.
Kill confirmed.
Oh, I knew it.
Radar drone ready for escort. Enemy cluster strike incoming. Take
Recon's
cover.
up.
Copy. Jaguar 3-0 en route for personal radar coverage.
How the okay. No, still leading the kills somehow. They are camping like fuck. Oh shit. Fuck. Was that a dud? What? I just saw a grenade fly over here and it didn't go bang.
Jaguar 3-0, personal radar is bingo fuel. Recalling to base.
Friendly UAV overhead.
Tacky. No. We both went for a slide and we nearly ran into each other. Ugh. I am not using 300 blackout the way 300 blackout should be used.
Friendly UAV overhead.
Ah, didn't see the second one. Fuck. Oh, oh, that looks horrible. That looks really painful. Oh fuck.
Need to reload.
Yeet.
Using thermite. Throwing stun.
Watch your corners, watch your corners, watch your corners. Strike! Fuck! Well, never mind. That didn't quite work out. There you go. Oh, you little camping git.
Friendly UAV overhead.
It's okay. It's okay. Change tag. Gotcha, you bugger.
Kill confirmed.
Oh. Yeah, gotcha. Oh, bloody
Be
hell.
advised, friendly precision airstrike inbound.
Aha!
We're in control. Cluster strike is go for
I'm
all.
sorry, this is cheeky as fuck, but
We're almost there. Let's bring it home. Friendly UAV overhead.
well, out of ammo in that. Assault rifle apparently out of ammo. And I got shot in the back of the head by my own teammate. Very good. It's okay. It's okay. I've got bullets now for my main rifle. This is great.
30 seconds. Time's up. Move your ass.
Shit. Are we winning? Oh no!
We've lost the lead.
We've lost the lead. What the fuck? No, we lost it right in the end.
Enemy personal radar in the air.
Oh fuck!
Friendly VTOL on station for Overwatch.
Look how many confirms I've got.
Come back harder.
0, 0, 0, 0. It's like, are you dumb? Are you really that dumb? You don't know how to play the game. It's like PTFO. Yes? That was my phone. What do you want, phone? Ooh. Ethereum is down 3.26% in the last hour. Well, that sucks. Anyway. So we got that one. Let's go with an heavy boy now. We need to get 50 kills with this guy. It's not a very good setup, if I'm really honest with you. It's not the quickest thing to get to eye level, but we'll give it a go. We'll see what happens. Oh, that looked horrific. Right. Yeet! What the fuck? Oh. Oh, it's cranked. Okay. That'll make things interesting. Oh, wow. Ow. That hurt. Hey, people are getting ganked by Bob Ross. What the fuck?
UAV overhead.
No. Oh my god. Hinksy just detonated fools then. Jesus. Ah, what the fuck was that? Get out of the way! What? I don't get it. What happened? What do you mean you didn't get killed by that? Fuck you. Oh. Camping buggers.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Ow. Help. How is this gun so inaccurate?
Allied cluster strike is coming.
Oh, what is going on? I can't get a win. I can't get kills. Hey, I got one.
Radar drone ready for
I actually killed him with a stun grenade. The ultimate get fucked. Oh.
They've reached the halfway point. Get moving.
And he died by a stun grenade, Jesus. Is it time to uninstall at that point? It may be.
We have a personal radar drone
Yeah.
ready for escort. Enemy VTOL in the AO.
Enemy VTOL? Is it really? Oh! Where's it coming down? Where's it coming down? Oh, there's somebody over there. Interesting. Oh, not anymore then. Okay, it's coming for me! Yes, you flighty bugger.
Friendly VTOL on station for Overwatch.
Enemy at the cafe.
Enemy at the cafe. Is that another one? Yeah, gotcha. Take your hits! Oh my god.
Radar. Recalling to base.
What is going on? Oh, okay. That definitely blew up. Oh, wow. I can't even see these guys half the time. Jesus.
Allied UAV overhead.
Right. Ah, see? I can't see them. They can see me. What the Oh, what is this? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Enemy at the restaurant.
Mate, that looked painful as fuck.
Enemy at
Enemy
the hotel.
UAV overhead.
How the fuck did you not take your hits? Bitch.
Enemy at the
Enemy
restaurant.
VTOL in the AO.
Oh, not another one.
Enemy precision airstrike. Get down. Fall back.
I played like crap in that one. Oh, so that is not nice. I think a different gun is in order. Yeah, I think so. Actually, I've got an idea. Edit loadout. The heavy boy. So I've got the Romanian long barrel on this. Here's an idea, right? Let's go with the Spetsnaz Elite, and we need to have that and that. Granulated grip tape we don't need, so that gives us one space. Muzzle brake, take that off. Go with a actual foregrip and an optic, because those sights are trash. So, do I need to do something with reflex sights? Hey, nice one. Oh, okay, cool. There was something else I needed to do and I can't remember what. Oh, cool. Rocket round. There was something I'm missing. Something I'm missing. Can't remember what. Oh. Nice one. Got that. That means for this guy, all we need to do now is get some more kills while crouched. Just one. Excellent. And then more mounted kills. Just mount everything. And that should be all good. Nice. Hmm. Huh. It needs a drum mag, doesn't it? Fuck. How many guns have drum mags? Let's check. That's helical. Bert. Does that have a drum mag? .40-round drum. It does. Okay. Now we're on to something. So I'm going to put that instead of sleight of hand. I'm going to take the stock off. Yes. That works. It's gonna fire like shit, but it works. So, no stock, drum mag. That works. Okay. No, wait. There we go. Now we're ready. Need to keep the camos. We need to keep the camos because that's the theme of the night. We have to have the endowment camos to support the troops because it is Armed Forces Day in the UK. Not got a cam, but I did a salute. Don't worry, I've got my cat here and he's looking at me like I'm some sort of mad bastard, so... go fast. My Bertie boy.
Capture and defend the forward operator. We're taking Alpha.
This is going to be really hard to control, isn't it?
We're in the lead.
Whoa! Oh, you little camping bastard. What do you think of people who do things like that? Oh my god, what the hell? People who just sit in corners and do shit like that. You're just like, ah, get a life, man.
Enemy at the riverbed.
I don't want to hear your emo breathing. Mr. Agony. Oh my god, I'm getting fucking lit up. Can I just get into a position where I can actually fire back, you bastards? Oh, you, yeah, right, yeah. Okay.
Friendly UAV overhead.
There we go.
We're holding two. We have the advantage.
Oh, fuck! Man, I was sent into space. The guy's just fallen there. Who shot you?
Pushed him. Shit. Using thermite.
Who's in Bravo? Oh, fuck. You see your target? Nope. Give it legs. Oh, you just... Oh, a split second of not looking in that direction and he appeared. Every single goddamn time. Oh, come on. Really? Really?
Using thermite.
Screw you.
Enemy at the barrel.
Fuck.
Friendly enemy cluster strike incoming. Take cover.
Reloading.
Enemy at the windmill.
Enemy personal radar
Enemy
in
at
the
the
air.
window.
Enemy UAV overhead.
What the fuck? It's like the split second I'm not looking in that direction. This bastard appears. Fuck off.
Thermite.
Allied cruise missile away.
Whoa.
Friendly
Going
VTOL
stun.
on station for Overwatch.
I'm sorry, I stunned you. What the fuck? You know what? Screw you. I'm not fucking with you.
Enemy at the windmill.
Be advised. Friendly precision airstrike inbound.
Oh. Ah. This is really pissing me off now. Oh, bloody hell. That cannon was firing way too close to what the fucking Jesus. I can't win. I can't win in this one, guys. I'm sorry. I just can't. I just can't win. Screw you.
We're halfway there. Keep fighting. Enemy personal radar in the air. Enemy UAV overhead.
Where is he? Where's he gone? Prick.
Enemy at the trench.
He's hunting, so who's he hunting for?
Enemy cluster strike incoming. Take cover.
Wow. That was exactly where everybody is. Come on, then. Okay. There we go.
Reloading.
Fuck you. The fuck?
Need to reload.
Got a personal
Okay.
radar drone ready for escort.
Enemy at the windmill.
Enemy chopper gunner on approach.
Got one.
Care package arriving on station. Need backup at Bravo.
Uh-oh. Oh god. Oh god. Where's that chopper? There he is. Oh god. Oh no 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 no. Just don't see me here. Don't see me here. There's nothing to see here. You can't see me here. Go away. Go away.
Personal radar in
Enemy
the
at the
air.
church.
Bad helicopter. Leave me alone. Naughty helicopter. Hi.
We're on Charlie. Stand by.
Get effed.
Got to Bravo.
I know where that sniper is though.
Hostiles at Bravo.
Ah, I was going for the sniper. But, yeah, supported by absolutely no one, as per fucking usual. Doot, 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 doot.
Enemy cruise missile incoming.
Doot, 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 doot. That sniper's in the house over there in front of me.
Enemy holds 2 objectives. Take them back.
Hello.
Enemy cluster strike incoming. Take cover.
Hola.
Enemy care package inbound.
I was gonna wait for that guy to run past me again. Wait for it. I tried to jump, but he got fucked.
Personal radar drone ready for escort.
No jumping for yo. Hello.
Care package arriving on station. We're on Charlie, stand by. We're crushing them, stay with it.
No! Was that guy playing Pokemon Go then on the tablet?
Enemy at the barrel.
Securing B.
It's a bit too far out to be shooting him with this shit. So, oh, he's throwing some shit at me. I'm sorry, that was funny as fuck.
Test your team at A. Now that was a fight.
Oh! Well, I didn't do so bad.
Shut up, retard.
I think that was aimed at Agony, who was being a proper pretentious little prick. Now new there. There's a lot of weird and wonderful people in COD, I suppose. Right. Let's see what's happening in and Discord. Oh no, what are they doing? What are they doing? I'm going to attack. Going to attack. I'm attacking.
Yay!
Oh no,
Minecraft
hey.
buddies!
I told you, I'm going to attack.
And I also got this bunny with my most recent
This is a no. That's a leaflet. That is not a voice.
It's more than a leaflet.
Oh.
Okay,
It's very definitely a book.
Their
It
It
voice,
looks
even has pictures and stuff like that in it as well.
they're video,
even so, it lies.
they're video chatting.
Yes,
we are,
it's
mate.
yours, fucker.
I am streaming, so
See, in
Are
some
you?
regards,
I am,
in some
yes.
regards, you're
Nonce!
as bad as your wife, right?
oh,
Because I've known your wife since 2005, and yet we've never voice chat. I've known you since 2011, and you've never been on camera.
However, I have seen what this fucko looks like, and well, he's just not aged a day since about 12.
who has
It's never
aged
up-
a day?
That's a good point.
You
actually.
haven't, mate, because your Facebook photo hasn't changed.
Oh
No,
yes,
it's the
there is
same one.
that.
It's the same one in 2011, fucko.
Yeah, things may have changed slightly.
Is it the stomach expansion?
There is that, yes. There's
With the
also
stomach
been
expansion comes the face expansion.
there's also been many a stress since that time. You know, I've got bills to pay now, so there's more baggage under the eyes.
And less hair on the lid?
No,
Here's
absolutely not. In fact, my hair has continued to get out of hand.
Could you all just like make me a toupee? Just like each month, can one of you shave your hair and send it to me, and it gives the other person enough time to regrow theirs.
No, it actually raises a point, though, Sean.
Well,
None of us know what you look like these days. So how will we be able to identify you if you went missing?
don't.
Other than just look for the random rambling person who looks like they're out of their mind, just like shouting nonsense at the sky.
Yeah, just look for the guy with the crazy hair at the moment, because that's what's happening. My hair is just, you know, the stereotypical Manx haircut which
Have you
Oasis
seen
have.
the face of British people these days?
Yes,
That does not narrow it down.
but you know what Oasis look like with their stupid long hair, their filth. I grew up around the corner from them, so I think the hair is like hereditary to the area. My hair just looks a fucking mess, so it looks like that. But yes, I am streaming tonight.
He's trying one of those African rituals where if he wants it enough,
It'll happen.
He's trying to summon.
Mate, I tell you what, I've been waiting for this fucking rainstorm to appear, and all I've got is overcast and like breezy weather, which is a godsend. Don't get me wrong, but oh boy,
It's been very rainy here.
It rained here earlier, though I use the term loosely because you would have gotten wetter if you'd sprayed yourself with a bottle.
yeah, that's exactly what happened here as well.
It's like
And
I
now
could
looking
see it, but nothing got wet.
We had a very strange thing around about 4 o'clock. It decided to become very, very dark very, very quickly. It was like nighttime during the day, and the skies did open. Apparently there was a protest in Manchester today that got rained on, but it's also the reason for my stream. It's Armed Forces Day, and the Armed Forces had a bit of a parade in the middle of town as well,
Which got sodden.
Although
The only thing that I can say to that whole daytime nighttime thing is
Daytime!
daytime, nighttime, daytime, nighttime.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
It's, you know how easy it is to trigger Dirge.
Daytime.
Nighttime.
Oh man.
It's
So
good.
yes, the stream tonight is all to do with Armed Forces Day. So all of my guns have been painted in the endowment colours. So everything is in that specific camo. So I'm using nothing else but things that have that camo on it.
Mhm.
And that's the whole thing about today. Also, I'm using Gaz purely because he's got a Union Jack on his cap. So
Are you sure it's not because a certain movement is going around at the moment?
no, it is actually.
I know you. I know you in the irony of your stuff.
What things are happening at the moment? Exactly, because there's many things happening at the
Oh,
moment.
you know. You're just trying to stay out of trouble, and it ain't gonna work. We'll make sure of that.
Yeah, there's many a group that needs to be like shot into space at the moment, but deciding which one is which, well, I don't know. Definitely the occupiers of Seattle need to be shot in the face, but that's just my opinion. Don't ban me for an opinion.
I mean, you can. That's the whole reason why we have the protests going on at the moment.
What, protesting about somebody's opinion?
Exactly. Because think about it, right? This is no disrespect into the hardships that anybody has ever gone through because of the color of their skin, right?
Yes.
But it was the opinion of the slave owners that those people were their property. That was an opinion. That nobody else got
It
a
was
fucking chance.
shitty
It
opinion.
was a massively shitty opinion. And like the thing that fucking gets me, right, is we were paying off the slave owners' loan or something like that until 2015. What the fuck is that about? No
I don't
repatriation. That's the word. No repatriation was ever given to
Reparation.
anybody.
Reparation.
Thank you. Repatriation. Is that a made-up word, or have I just
No,
missed it?
repatriation is when
Reclaiming
people
something.
from when people who are say
Stuck on a
stuck abroad or
a
Right.
really big
have
boat.
died abroad are brought back to their home country. They're repatriated to their home country.
Yes.
Which is what they did with the Windy generation, wasn't it?
Well,
Well, they
no,
tried.
it's what they were doing with basically what's going to happen once Brexit goes through, and all of the geriatric fuckwits who voted to leave Europe
That are
realise
that are
they're
in
no
Europe,
longer-
such as Spain and Germany.
are no
and-
longer allowed to live there because they don't have the right to live there anymore and are forced to come home. They'll be repatriated. Though
Right.
where they will live,
Not our problem, and apparently not the British government's problem, because it'll be far too long. It'll be far too long beyond
It's
the
like-
time that they give a shit and out of power when
It's-
the, obviously the, just
It's like a meme I shared in, I think it was 2016 when the vote went through. It's got a picture of an old couple on it. It says, votes for Brexit, dies before suffering the consequences.
right.
So, what are you guys doing tonight?
I've been trying
Things
to
and
set
stuff
up.
and stuff and things.
Yeah.
But in regards to that thing, it's just a shame that it's really expensive to move and that this is out of date.
What's that date? I can't see it.
I don't know what.
Oh, New Zealand.
Ah, yes. You know what I found out today? Do you know that series of Starties
Mm-hmm.
made by Kiwi?
Huh.
Kiwi did it. One man.
Nice.
Speaking of nerd stuff, I've been rewatching or re-binging DS9 over the last couple of days, and
Yeah.
going through season 2 at the moment. And it reinforces my belief that out of all the characters across all of the series, Garrick is the best character.
Yes.
Mm.
He's the most well-written, best acted character on that series. Garrick, the Cardassian
Just a
Taylor.
simple Taylor.
He's just a simple tailor. Yeah, absolutely. Simple tailor.
They
That's
couldn't have picked.
may have just been a very nasty spy back in the day. But what? That's neither here nor there.
You know what? His passion for seamstressoring?
Taylor.
Tailoring, there we go.
Right.
That series, in my opinion, has the best cast and the best writing of all the series that I've seen.
Yeah. I'd have to challenge that with what's it called?
shit.
Not Picard, the other one.
Where's that gone?
Next year.
Not Next Gen.
Oh, you don't tell me you're going to say Voyager.
No. Beyond after Voyager.
Discovery.
Yes,
Ew.
Discovery.
No.
I reckon.
No.
It had some good characters. I will
Lorca
admit,
being one of them.
Lorca and Pike were really, really good.
Well, obviously Pike left over from the well, technically, they technically already cast Pike from the reboot series.
Who was the captain? I can't remember her
Janeway.
name. Janeway, that's the one. Yeah, massive crush on her.
Of course you would.
Oh my god, when she got into that viaduct, woo!
Now, speaking of assets,
most of us were more sort of crushing on Seven because
Oh!
Even
Don't
mine crushed on Seven. Jesus Christ.
however, fun fact:
I'm
you know
not
that
gonna lie,
Janeway and
we-
Seven, their actors actually hated each other on set.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We used to sit down and watch Voyager. Dad and whatnot didn't watch it until I came up because obviously Mummy was a Star Trek fan as well, so they'd watch it at the same time, so that we were getting the same thing.
Yeah.
Every time Seven came on an episode, Dad would just go, "Oh,
Fucking hell.
but no, I'm a massive DS9 fan. That is my favourite for that because you had so many good episodes in there.
Yes.
Everything.
I need to rewatch
I'm
DS9.
missing.
One. Everyone says DS9 is great from about sort of like season 3 and 4 onwards, but they're forgetting that everything that happens in seasons 1 and 2 is leading up to the Dominion War. The Dominion are constantly mentioned from almost the moment the wormhole's discovered and they meet the first aliens from the worm, from the other side, from the Gamma Quadrant, and the Dominion are being mentioned,
Yes.
and they get mentioned so frequently that you just know something's going to happen with it.
It was like, hey, maybe guys, hello. The elephant called the Dominion in the room that's kind of sat over there. Do you wanna look at it? Nah, mate. Look at these readings though.
So it's
It's a slow start, I think, and it takes a
Yes.
bit for people to get into it. But it definitely develops as you go along, and the characters get better and better
All right, nah, let's not do that.
Because
because they grow with the story. It's
they do. And one of the things I like about it is, unlike the other ones where things can happen so far apart from the previous episode, with DS9, it's always generally quite close together because it's been theorized by a lot of the people who like deep dives into all this stuff that each season of DS9 equates to a year in universe.
That makes
Right.
sense.
Like the first,
Yeah,
first year, and so on and so forth.
Yeah. Or at least the
Whereas,
first year that we follow the events of this the star station.
and each episode kind of follows on from a previous one. Like there will always be some tie-in to a previous episode in some way, and that's one of the things I like about it. And I think the problem is with things like Voyager, for example, they had so much they could work with, but they spent so long on the same things. Like, how long during their journey were the Kazon being the big thing?
Pains in
Even
the
when they were way
arse.
out of Kazon space, they were still getting attacked by Kazon raids. It's like, come on, you've got a whole unexplored galaxy where you could come up with new things, and you're
Right.
focusing on this one.
My guys, what are you still doing here? Can you like fuck off and leave me alone?
I mean,
Thank you.
No.
because with next gen it was easy. You had the Klingons and the Romulans. They were the main things in that. They were the other races of the Alpha and Beta quadrants. We didn't really worry about the Cardassians too much because they're obviously reserved for Deep Space Nine. And the Ferengi were sort of like, they were big players. But with DS9, there was always something happening, especially once the wormhole happened, and then you'd have different things coming over. And let's not get started on the Defiant.
Oh yes.
I think it's still sitting up on my shelf over there. I've actually got a stock notification for the Eagle Moss XL version of it.
Oh yes.
And that's about 8 inches long, I think.
Phrasing.
Fuck's sake.
Dirt slabs a good 8 inches. But that, and I'm also tempted by the XL version of the actual space station itself. So
One big space station. Let's put the ADS on there. ADS on there. Okay, I've got 4.
but yes.
Nice.
I've been watching a bit more of that today rather than playing games.
Gardens.
Now that I can ease off on it because I've done all the ribbons and all the battle pass.
He's OP. It's OP and he's got too much time on his hands.
Well, Lawsy beat me on the ribbons, but I beat him on the battle pass.
Oh,
one
wait,
character I
no,
don't
no, no,
like
no,
in
no,
Deep
no.
Space Nine, but you're not supposed to.
Wait, sorry, what was that?
Oh,
Highway. It's such a bitch.
no, yes. God. I actually watched, I think it was Law Reloaded, actually did a video about how all of that stuff was intertwined with the wormhole aliens and how they were purposefully like hiding themselves from Wynn, but showing themselves to like Cisco and whatnot, purposely to piss her off, and that the whole Dominion conflict was orchestrated by them so that they could draw out the power rates, have their little war, and wipe them out. I mean, it was really interesting. It was a really interesting and in-depth thing. I'll have to find it and put it into like Note Zone or something. But yeah, it was a whole reason that for like her not being a good Kai, so to speak, was because the prophets, as they call them, made it that way. So
They basically wanted to fuck him up.
yeah. They needed somebody to become like a channel for the power rates so they could draw the power rates out.
We need a scapegoat. we need
This one's a bit of a bitch.
we need
let's
somebody. We need somebody who's a youthful idiot. Okay, and then.
And let's not get started on Vedic Morale, who basically just wanted to stick it in Kira.
Oof,
Oh,
dirty
yeah.
bastard. Why have I just had that, like, Mrs. Brown's boss? Dirty bastard.
But I've noticed, again, you know how in Voyager, basically everything that could go wrong for somebody went wrong for Kim.
Yes.
I think that's a recycled thing.
All right.
Because everything that could really go wrong for someone in DS9, it went wrong for Bashir.
Oh, poor Bashir.
And the difference is that Bashir is actually a likable character. Whereas Kim was just a whiny little bitch.
Let me just play my clarinet in peace.
Though it is amusing when you see people who are like main cast as a character on one series show up in.
Lawsy's just had a go. Lawsy's just had a go. By the way, when you said that you beat Lawsy on the Battle Pass, Lawsy said ribbons are more challenging, obviously. Ooh-wee.
Yeah, but if the ribbons are more challenging, then why did it take him longer to do the Battle Pass? Considering that you get more XP in Warzone. And I did most of my Battle Pass in multiplayer, while doing my Obsidian M13.
Yummy.
Mate, Lawsy, you've got some controversy there, mate. Controversy!
It's alright. He'll come in and make excuses soon enough.
Like...
I need to be right back because I'm missing a bottle opener, and if I want this as a height, I need a bottle opener. I'll be right back.
Mate, have you got a desk?
He has a desk, but I think he wants to keep it intact.
You can keep a desk intact.
Yeah, the desk, yes. But possibly not himself or the bottle or anything around.
Turge, I bet you to do that, right, on a Linman.
The Linman would just...
It's like a gremlin. Don't get it wet.
Yeah, don't get it wet. Just...
It's a brutal.
Yes, I didn't actually mean to join. I was reading something else. I clicked the wrong place.
Oh, bye then.
It's here now.
But
Plus, I was wondering why you two of you had cameras next to you, and I can see you're actually broadcasting.
Yes, I was broadcasting my setup of stuff on the Facebooky sidey things, and then I was like, you know what? It wants me to set up a business a business PayPal page, and I can't be fucked to go on with that because, like, have you set up your business? What's the business called? Where is it registered? How long was the business set up for before you made this account? I'm going, you know what? I
Can't
don't
you say
have
you
one,
need
okay?
Facebook?
Voice activate. And I was like, you know what? No, they can deal with the legacy shit that is going on there right now. That is perfectly fine, Stream Elements.
Oh,
I see we have
They
Pony
say
as well.
Yes.
there's one thing I fucking hate about this time of year is my nose gets really fucking itchy.
Could always shave your mustache off.
No, it's not. That's my allergies.
You could always shave your nose off.
Yeah, but then I'd look like Michael Jackson.
I mean, he was paid very handsomely for what he looked like and what he did.
He was paid very handsomely from a very young age. I'm way past that.
Display port cable? Could you fucking not?
Why am I hearing like glass crunching?
Because he tried to open his bottle up, and I said, "Mate, you just need a bloody just need a table."
No. I actually had a friend who could open bottles in various different ways, and it was impressive as fuck.
Have you generally broken a bottle?
No.
No, that's
It
his
was his keys.
keychain.
Those are my
Alright.
keys.
Not
Because
that it
I
needs
don't
keys at the
know.
moment.
I have a multi-tool knife thing, and it's gone missing.
I mean, that's the problem. I
No.
don't tell Glenn this. Don't tell Pony this. Oh, hi, Pony.
It's not gone missing. It's in your wife's room.
Yeah, I think Laura's grabbed hold of it. Fuck you know.
She's going to slowly get a hold of your collection, and then when you go in there looking for it, it's going to be sitting there looking at you with an evil look on her face, holding a knife in each hand, and going, "Want to play a game?"
No.
But yeah, my my multi. Hang on a minute. Hang
It's
on.
alright, most
I
of my
think I just
collection
realised
is in-
what
As you counter that by just basically pulling out 2 spoons and going, yes.
You.
No, he has a fear of spoons. She uses those against him as well.
Yes. Why a spoon?
Box on your head.
Spatula on the stove.
Yes.
I still
No,
have
actually-
it, Pony.
Actually, most of the collection is here, so I'm happy. I can actually see them all.
If they're within visual range, you are safe.
Yes.
I mean, I have a certain collection here as well, but they're not knives.
No.
Yeah. I was in the middle, like
Yeah,
when I
cat.
was chatting along to Pony and
Oh,
getting
cat.
horrifically distracted. Yes, I said distracted incorrectly.
Right,
I'm
but
aware of
cat
my
shot.
syllable. My syllable malfunction.
Speak.
That's right.
Yeah, what am I saying?
Look at the
Like that.
screen.
Ah! I can see it, but it keeps flashing up Dirge's face instead, because he's speaking last.
If you click on the
There we
actual
go.
chat room
There we
name,
go.
it will put the entire cameras in view.
Ah!
That one.
Right, yeah, okay, there we go.
Decent one.
Then you can actually
Not
click on a specific camera if you wanted to.
Not like the bison they've got in fucking COD. No. Yeah,
Yes.
but
How the who the what though?
Lawsy
this
says,
is what I want in. This is what I want in COD.
yes,
Give me one of these, and I will obsidian that.
yes. Lawsy says, he will take over me on Obsidian now, though, as the Apex grinds are now on. Ah, fuck off.
I mean, to be fair, the first one out of the group that people that we've played with, Sean, that Obsidian to gun was Gypsy,
Yes.
because he did the 249 like that.
Yeah.
So, though, if Lozzie is still watching the thing,
Hello, Lord.
I am at about 50 of 150 for the Vector.
Nice.
Indeed.
Gotta love shipment.
Gotta love shipment. Yeah, can we get
Shipment domination, I can average upwards of about 60 kills on that with the Vector.
Hey,
That-
Activision, can we have just shipment and shoot house forever?
Shipment.
Just
Shoot the ship needs to be a proper playlist that stays in.
shoot the ship
all
needs
the
to be there for fucking ever, rather than this
That'll never happen.
face off, all or nothing, stir crazy. Can you get to fuck, please?
Yeah, just
No, they can't.
give us fucking shoot the ship 24/7, and
Yes.
I guarantee you they will have a lot of happy players.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, but we want to have them enjoy the full experience that all of our guys have worked
And
so
can they-
hard on doing.
Yeah,
Can
and
they
they
play-
We should fucking
and
Why am I looking at this
Palace,
microphone?
can you get fucking stuff, please?
Can
Take
they
that
please-
shit out of here.
Please
Well,
make Arsenal Road a 10v10 only map, because it's too big
Yes.
for 6v6.
yes,
Anything other than domination is just too big for 6v6.
absolutely.
Because domination funnels people to certain places.
There's quite a few maps that I would like to take out of the game and burn in a fire.
Yep, there is
Yeah,
that.
like Scrapyard.
Scrapyard isn't that bad.
No, Scrapyard needs to go.
Really.
It wasn't a fan favourite in its original form.
Oh, it was a fan favourite.
According to our focus groups, it's like, yeah, but your focus group isn't your players. Fuck off.
No,
Yeah.
the focus group will be the internal people who probably worked on the fucking thing.
Oh, look
We
at
had a really fucking easy time building this map. It was our favourite to work on.
Oh, look at the texture
Yeah, you had a
on this.
really,
That's a furious
really
wank over
easy
it.
time. Really easy time building a map when all you did was go, let's take this portion of Boneyard, put some walls around it, and make it multiplayer.
Job done. Easy.
GG easy.
GG easy.
GG easy
Actually,
game.
saying
GG.
that,
Oh, what was it like?
Who's Immortal is a good channel to watch, actually. It puts out a lot of COD news. And recently,
Happy hour started.
Geeky Pastimes, I think. It's,
It means drinking time. There you go.
Mate, Sean means anything means drinking time for you, mate.
Once you're done getting up at 9 to play with the kids.
Oh my god, fuck off.
You're not going to live that down. You know this.
Oh my god, you bastard. Oh, Lawsy is halfway through the peeler, by the way.
That's because the rockets are easy. He said so himself. He said doing the obsidian for the rockets was going to be the easiest of all of them.
Yeah, the obsidian objectives are really simple.
What, 15 kills with that weapon
In
in a
X
game
amount.
200 times?
For the ARs, for everything else except for the rocket launchers and whatnot. I don't know what it is for the knives, obviously, and the shield, but for the pistols, SMGs, shotguns, and LMGs, and snipers, I believe, it's 150.
150.
So the ARs require you to do it 50 more times for each one.
Any
just
particular
have
reason,
a-
or just because?
I think because they're the most used ones in like core game modes.
Yeah.
The ARs have the fastest time to kill because they do put out the most sustained damage. So,
Tell
and
it
let's
to
be
Vector.
honest, you just tell it to the no, mate. The growl is more accurate than the Vector is over range and will kill
Of course,
quicker.
yeah.
Yeah.
So unless you are point blank with the Vector, the growl will beat it, which is why it's going to get enough. Yay!
Yay! It's gonna become trash tier, isn't it?
No, I
I'm gonna
think
paste
they're
it.
hopefully
It's
going
fine.
to the players, and they will just do what everyone's been saying and just do something simple with it.
Yeah, it's
Give it the recoil of the M4, and it will be balanced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, give it the recoil of the M4, so it bounces around a bit more with with all the attachments on it that people are using now,
Half.
and it will be fine. Because the M4 with the same setup bounces around a bit more, but it will still kill just as well as the growl does.
Yeah.
Just the growl will hit the target more often because it's got, well, it is laser, especially if you've got purple.
I've got a daily at the moment that is using a drum mag and no stock. I was using the AK. Yeah, don't use the AK with no stock. It's not a very good idea.
If I had the assignment to do a drum mag with no stock, I would do the MP7.
I'm
Because
actually
60 round counts as a drum.
I'm actually using. Really?
Oh yeah, look at it's effectively a drum. It's not a long mag. It comes out the bottom and it's got the little thing. Try the MP7, see if that works.
Ah,
Failing that, use the Vector because that.
I've been using a Vector with an actual drum mag. At first it didn't go very well, and then I got into it and was like, oh, actually, yeah.
Well, I don't use the drum mag on my multiplayer Vector. I still use
No.
the standard mag. If I'm in Warzone, I would use the drum mag on it because you need the extra bullets. But in multiplayer, I use the setup that I put in COD Gunrun because it has sleight of hand on it instead. So you reload.
Here it is.
I'm still using the 32 round .41 AE for the Uzi.
Yeah,
And
no,
that
using
thing
my little Vector,
slaps so hard.
Using my little Vector, I confused a few people on Grosvenor Raid yesterday afternoon because I made it from A flag to C flag before they had really captured the A flag
No, right?
because you move so fucking fast.
Yeah. I must admit, I was trying to do that.
If you start double tap,
Last game was Grosvenor Raid, and I did try that myself. And I did it a few times, but because my team is made up of mostly plebeians, nobody came up to actually do any help. They
if
all
you
just
want
camped around A.
fastest, if you want to move the fastest, and Lawsy will back this up. If you want to move the fastest, you want to put on double time. You want to put on dead silence and a knife.
Yeah.
Mm.
And the moment that's active, you could run from one side of the map to the other before your teams have got to the mid flag.
Isn't that like game rules 101? If you've got a knife in your hand, you move faster.
Yeah, you will always move as fast.
You always move faster. Doesn't matter what game it is. If you've got a knife out, you run faster.
Except
Wait.
if you're playing Apex Legends.
Really?
In COD, they've done obviously all the deep dive data mining stuff on it.
Yeah.
They found that you will move as fast as the mobility rating for the weapon you are carrying in your hand. Not what you have, but what's in your hand. So if you have like an LMG and a knife, you pull the knife out, you'll zip around as fast as if you just had a knife.
Yeah.
Which is fucking stupid, because you're going to be... In real life, if you're playing armor, if you have a 300-pound fucking loadout, and you pull out the knife, you're still going to run as if you have 300 fucking pounds of loadout.
This is why I run the heavy boy. The fast boy is named like that because he's usually using an SMG with very high mobility, but carrying a big fuck-off rocket launcher on the back of it.
That's just giving me nice memories of playing Anti-Stasi, sitting back with a PKM and sniping people with it.
With a PKM.
Yes.
Jesus.
We would play Anti-Stasi, they'd sit there go, oh, they're about like 300-400 meters away, and I'd sit there and just be like, pop, yeah, he's dead, pop, yeah, he's dead, pop, yeah, he's dead.
I'm actually surprised, Nikki, that you haven't hopped onto the Hell Let Loose game.
Mm.
Yeah, I thought about it, but I was just like, it's another World War II game, and I kind of burnt out on that with Battlefield 5.
I was playing.
Which is probably why I'm playing a lot of COD on it, because it's modern day, and it's got more options to it, and it's just it's fun. You're not sitting there going, this could be, but they're using actual historical events here and are completely on the other end of the spectrum with it.
Yeah.
I was playing Day of Infamy, which is kind of like Dot Source, but it's way better.
Yeah. Let's not bring my machine gun sniping and DOD into the equation. I'm fairly certain that I used to wind up your wife when we played 1.3, and she would be on the other team. I would snipe her with a Bren gun.
Oh god.
I remember Dodd Khan very, very well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I were on Charlie and there was Nate on the fucker there. Just got absolutely gang fucked.
Though to be fair, I am surprised that I'm still friends with your wife, considering how many times I've pissed her off in games.
It is the sign of a good set of friends.
Well, I mean, she
Take
did
that
some
bullshit.
She's
Well, you know,
she does have a good amount of patience.
Yeah. So, do you know where STR?
And then she doesn't. And then she absolutely
Beats you
loses
with a
it.
spoon.
No, you know Star Trek Online, don't you?
Yeah.
She stopped talking for me for a month after an incident in that.
What was the incident? On whose bridge and involving which red shirt?
All of
Well, you know, you know how I have a Kumari cruiser.
Yeah.
No, that's Kumari. Yeah, it's one of the Andorian ships. Kumari. I nicknamed it Dark because it kind of looks like a duck.
no.
I challenged her to a one-on-one because she was being, and Shauna will remember this very well. She was being all Billy Big Balls about her C-store ship that she just bought and whatnot. After she had ignored my advice on how to build said ship,
Okay.
Oh scheisse.
we went in for the attack runs, and she set up her salvo, and I set up my alpha strike and all that lot, and my wing cannon overcharge ability, which is like level 3, along with my attack pattern alpha 3, and all of the other fun stuff, and maybe possibly have wiped out her ship in one run.
Oh.
at point blank range.
Oh. I know because I had to deal with the fallout of that, and she called you every cunt under the sun. So yeah, like please stop doing that. Annoying.
It's a game I've not played in a
Poor
long
Laura.
time.
Okay, no.
Well, the thing is, to give some background, she had said we do setup versus setup.
Okay.
You know? Now, obviously, I had been previously, like the weeks beforehand, going through, like, getting specific duty officers and things like that to really up the power of my my tactical ships.
Yeah.
And so I had a lot of very good duty officers. My bridge officers all had the best stuff that they could have for being on the ships.
Uh-huh.
And my weapons were all, maxed out and things like that. And to me, setup versus setup is how you have your ship built.
Yes.
Right? To her, it was my guns versus your guns, but she didn't say that. She said setup versus setup, so that's exactly what I did.
So setup versus setup is inclusive of everything in the setup. There's no limitation.
That's what a setup is. Yes.
Yes, it's like if I was going to take my FAL, which happened to be at that point running naked, against your setup, which is currently all 5 geared, you're going to wipe the floor with me.
Yeah.
Especially if it's an AI shooting at an AI.
So it's
Oh yeah.
that's that
I can get.
resulted in her not talking to me for about a month.
Yeah,
Ah,
that bitch
that's
was
fine.
mad.
Literally, the only difference between that one and what I would take into Karat, which was like the PvPvE area,
Right.
was the ship I was using. I used the Kamari in that one, but when I went into Karat, I used my Defiant
Right.
because of Cloak.
Oh shit.
That was actually quite fun at one point.
Run.
Being Billy Big Bollocks, going around taking on the Federations. He was running a bird of prey.
Right.
He still brought, the standard bird of prey you see in the series. And so, me and Stumpy went in there, and Stumpy had his Galaxy X Dreadnought. It was his engineer class. So I'd helped him build, so it was quite fun.
Sorry.
So as soon as we went in, I hit my cloak.
Okay.
I waited for this Burrell to come around, and as soon as he decloaked, I had my attack run ready to go. I clicked them all, came out, and just basically just slapped straight through him. He tried this about 4 times before he gave up and went after somebody else.
Yeah, good times.
Oh, wow.
I tried to load that up the other day, but it just wouldn't get past the fucking account login screen.
Oh, interesting.
Because I wanted to go in and see. I haven't played for about a year or so. Let's see what's.
Ah, yeah, bastard.
So, Dutch doing his.
Doing a thing. It's not that scary. Hold on.
Are you setting up for your Facebook stream?
Yeah.
Not working for that.
Yes. Basically, some of the Nerd or Die stuff that you usually have to pay for is free using Streamlabs OBS. I only found this out because you have to scroll for 44 pages through their fucking theme library before you get to the shit that's not Prime locked.
Yay.
And even right now, I'm going, why the fuck have I decided to do this? Because their alert box is so fucking backwards from what I've been used to using and setting up. Yes, it's great that it's all actually hosted in one app, but fucking hell does it not do what you tell it to.
Yeah, no.
Why I didn't design the overlay in Stream Elements for years because it was shit.
Well, that's the thing. Is like, I remember when I was streaming our old Siege games to the Fuzzy Game. I would use slubs and whatnot because that was, that was the in thing to use.
It was the hot shit, yeah.
But I've seen so many streamers now who've turned around and ditched it and gone back to just normal OBS and said, nah, it's not what it was.
I'm using slobs.
OBS is so much better now.
Yeah.
So
I'm using slobs.
that's because you are a slob.
Way.
Rosie, can I get an F in the chat, please? Thank you.
Did he put one in even before you had asked for it?
I'm surprised he hasn't jumped on that.
It's like the one person you know who's watching. Just give me an F, please.
Just put an F right there.
Alright, I require a drink.
F for respect.
Press F to pay respect. Speaking of paying respects and Doctor Respect, still don't know what the fuck he's done. There's been numerous articles that have come out that I've kind of gone, oh, Doctor Disrespect banned from Twitch permanently. Has not been fully explained.
Try that again when you're back in range.
Yeah, can you try again without the
speaking of
the
that,
bowl of water sat on your head and blah 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 blah.
speaking of that, there is apparently rumor. This is just rumor.
You did a sexual harassment.
No, it was worse than that. Replace harassment with something else.
Oi!
Yeah.
Sexual discrimination.
That's no.
Assault.
Yes.
Bruh.
That's what rumor is at the moment. They used the other term for it. You know, the more one that stream places would consider a no word, like your favorite N word at the moment, John.
Molestation.
So that's what rumor mill is at the moment. It's not confirmed or anything like that, but that's what the big rumor is at the moment.
Is it actually? A lot of people are also saying it's because he cheated on his wife or something like that.
Again?
No, I doubt that's happened.
Just a big streamer on Twitch suddenly got permanently banned, and nobody knows why. Doctor Disrespect.
There was that
Yeah,
that
I heard about that.
there was that video where it showed like.
Orbs have even made an article on it.
Did you see
I mean,
the
many
video
people have made an
that
article on it.
Lawsy put up earlier? Where it was
Mate,
basically
I don't
like the last
trust.
30 seconds of his stream. He was looking at something and he started to panic.
I don't
Yeah,
reckon
weird.
that is.
He
I think
got
that
really
that's
weird.
doctored. I think that that's doctored because that wouldn't make sense of why he's on something like that and then he reacts. So unless he was doing something as like a character stunt.
There is another theory that it's all publicity and he's gotten himself banned somehow so that he can make a grand return somewhere else.
D-Live!
To be fair, it would definitely bolster D-Live.
Well, let's be honest, the only person using D-Live these days that's considered a big streamer is Zonda.
No, he's not even on there anymore. He's left D-Live. He's now back on Twitch.
Fucking hell. So Twitch are
He's still doing that instant thing.
Yeah.
So D-Live would have offered maybe 20 quid to Dr.
No, they would have
Disrespect,
offered him
and
£1
he
million.
would have gone, yeah, okay.
No, he would have been £1 million, but all in cryptocurrency and cent.
Oh. The thing is, like, before I joined, I had a message on my phone. Ethereum
That
is,
we get a lot of messages on our phones.
That's definitely what a phone's for.
Ethereum is down 3.7% in the last hour. So I'm like,
Yeesh.
not a good time to be doing crypto then.
No, I mean crypto's been Crypto shat itself since COVID started.
Yeah.
And not just that, once Bitcoin peaked, that was basically it.
Yeah. Everything after that has just been down.
Well, everything after that has been trying to then recapture the glory of the original Bitcoin. I mean, I've sold all my crypto stocks. I made like 50 quid off of it at the end of it. I had like 0.000823 Bitcoin, and then I put in like a $5 for it, and it had grown originally up to like 150, and then I cashed out when it was 50. Because,
there's one person I feel distinctly upset for in terms of crypto. Lemon.
Yep.
He sold his for a couple of $100 or something like that.
It was like 800 quid when it initially peaked, and then 2 days later, 2 weeks later.
No.
He got like, there was something like 300 quid for it.
Yeah, he got not really quid for it, but if he had kept hold of it, the same amount would have been worth 13 million.
He said he got about 300 quid for it, but he sold his really, really early in the days of Bitcoin.
Yeah. So if he had kept hold of that actual number of Bitcoin to when it peaked to like 20 grand a pop, he would be a millionaire right now.
I'd be a multimillionaire. But
Yeah.
that's if anybody wants to buy it for that price. That's the whole thing with crypto. You can
Well,
sell it
that's
for whatever price you want. It's if somebody else is willing to buy it for that price.
Oh, they
'Cause
were,
that's how
because
Mr. Beast made
the
his
peak, the trend was just going up and up and up, and that's why it goes up, is because people are demanding it. So
Yeah.
people are buying it, and that's why the price goes up. So it's like the next person is going to bid higher, the next person is going to bid higher, and that's it. That's how
That
stock
particular-
trading in any kind works. When there's demand, the price goes up. So the
But
demand
that's
was
also
there.
potentially. I don't know. So, because to me, the whole premise of
It's how Mr. Beast made all of his money.
yeah, I mean, it's basically one of the people that I know, previous furry, but basically he and his partner were living in their 2-bedroom flat, and the one of them was a programmer, and the other one was customer service lead or something like that. And what the programming guy had done is basically he had essentially written a really, really efficient miner, and had just sat that on their home building PC thing. And I kind of quizzed them about it at the time, and I didn't twig on exactly how powerful it was going to be, but he ran it, and basically I haven't understood exactly how much he sold it for, but the fact that he now has retired from every single one of his jobs and lives in a mansion up in the Midlands and is trotting the globe basically as a newborn hippie.
Yeah.
That gives you the understanding of exactly how much money. And he's never been bad with money either. So
Yeah,
he's reinvested that everywhere else.
Me and the guy I was working with when Bitcoin was in the news, we built one. And we just wanted to see what it would do. We ran a simulation against like the previous day's trading. So we had all the data from it, and we ran a test against it.
Mm-hmm.
This thing was putting out 500 quid every 10 minutes.
Jesus.
And we're like, we're onto something here. And then we started to think about it, and it's like, actually, no, that's not a good idea. Because for every single trade you make, if it's any kind of profit whatsoever, you have to document it.
Yep.
And if this thing is making trades every few seconds,
you're going to have a lot of taxes to pay.
Yes. Oh, hello, Ben.
Who's Ben?
Well, this is fairly rotten.
I'm not going to
friend.
say the second phrase
Hello,
to that particular
friend.
question.
Hi, friend.
You eat.
Have you managed to pay more people to
Yeah,
go
I'm
and watch your
alright.
stream
Should
shot?
we kill some shit?
He's been paying attention to those bots to buy your
and,
followers.
and the stabbies and the shoot.
Oh,
You
yeah.
want to become famous fast?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Do you want to jump in a quick
that?
game? Because I've got 2 conversations going on at the same bloody time. Bloody hell.
Way.
Right.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's jump in again.
You'll lead.
Who's Ben?
Might have to run down because of
Ben is one of his friends.
Ben
Hi,
is
Ben!
my friend.
No,
you're-
we want to have him. We need to corrupt. Envelop him.
Oh,
yes.
no. He is not the one that will corrupt. He will corrupt you.
I'm sorry. Have you met us?
He is.
We don't. It wasn't so much of a fact that he's
Okay,
going to corrupt us.
okay,
We are
okay,
going to expand our horizons and go. Oh, there's more places we can go.
Oh, no. Do you want to know where that word that I've been using recently has come from? Him.
So that explains your obsession with it.
Aye.
Yeah.
Shooting things in the face.
Shoot the face in the things.
Have you got any dailies to do?
I actually haven't logged on yet. I've been. Yeah.
No, I haven't logged on it.
Fucking get on it.
Hey,
Mate.
Mate.
Sort it.
It's 20 past 10.
mate,
You're not wrong.
shut your cum dumpster, alright?
Well.
Well.
Oh, wow,
go
that is-
with this one.
Would help if I could spell.
Doing a stream for the armed forces today, mate.
You're doing it.
Hi.
Good man. I'm pretty annoyed, so we had some really good footage to upload to my YouTube.
Hi.
But Ian's
Do you reckon
gobbing
that's a
off
bit too much
swearing and all of it, like proper bad.
Should I have like a bluish
To the
thing
point I
going on
definitely
the
can't
tape?
use
If you're going
Ian
on
broke
a
it.
similar theme like like
Yeah, I
Algo
can't use that.
and Rate is going for and whatnot,
Right.
that's
Because
I have
I don't want
have
to rule out the possibility of
things
getting monetized at some
a
point.
different colour, like obviously yellow goes quite well.
But if I use that footage, I definitely will.
Yes.
I want to say the science, the really,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, of having the science for like the link bits.
yeah,
around
the
it
links
done,
could
yeah.
the links could do well, and maybe having the links would do well inside. Possibly the yellow as well. So
nice.
for example, the blue
that
that I
pops.
use, in mine, that does look quite nice. The blue colour that I use on mine is 255 on red, 0 on green, and 255 on blue. Actually, no, that's a pink. The blue is 255 on green and blue, and 0 on red.
Ben knows what's what.
Let's copy this bad boy.
So,
You're needed at Charlie. We've taken control.
no, that does look.
We've lost Charlie.
That does that looks pretty nice on there.
And I might
Sorry,
have
you're back.
the... There's like the one on the right here is the chatting box.
Then.
Like where the chat box is going to rock up and stuff like that, so I could change that, although I'm going to have to do a huge shift on that one.
Oh, shut the
filter.
bastard.
They're taking Bravo.
Pardon you.
Oh, go on.
Oh, lovely.
Because I do remember when, because Ray had asked me about his thing, and I was like, what kind of theme are you having? He was mentioning like Ready Player One and stuff like that. And I was RGB.
Did I? No.
I meant to do that.
Red,
No,
green,
I
and
didn't.
blue. Because
You
they
got
are the
one
colours
inside
used in
on
the
the
book.
computer.
Also, I said in mine, it's going to be a very
if
popular
anything,
colour
it's
scheme,
not
having
really.
the sort of like the pinks, purples, the blues, and the yellows.
Yeah.
It's going to be very, very popular by the end of this year, especially because of Cyberpunk. That is going to be the colour scheme that you see so many people using.
That's why I've gone for synthwave type stuff, because that's going to get popular.
Mm.
Synthwave.
Just chatting. That's that one. I want there.
So I will be checking the pre-order page on.
See, the whole thing of the just chatting section, I'm not seeing where my camera's gonna go, so I might squeeze down
Yeah, I
the
was
actual
gonna say,
text
lower
chat.
down the text, because it doesn't need to be that high.
Why are you going into just chatting? Are you getting your tits out?
I mean, mate, have you seen how these now?
I mean, every single person that I see in just chatting has the tits out, mostly because it's birds.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were the
Another teammate yelled.
What the hell?
Look, as I said to Lyrated the other day, Sean, if you want to get in on that action, just start making food at all hours of the day. You'll get there in no time.
Nay.
It's hard to.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah, I can.
I'd probably say have the. I don't. Put your cam box in and then adjust your chat box to that.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Let's see. Let's.
Just the
Hey.
fucking double teaming bastards.
Oh,
Friendly sentry
Hey,
gun
where?
deployed.
I'd love to double team you.
Mrs.
because then obviously.
Wait. This is why. This is the thing I've been fighting with this whole time. Oh, fuck off.
Oh.
And then have your chat box sized to that.
Enemy
Yeah.
holds two objectives. Take them back.
What I want to do is take that. Yes. Copy filters.
Taking Alpha. Stand by.
Paste filters.
Maybe have
I'm a little fuck.
The bit where it says chatting, have that in, say, a yellow so it pops out. So when people go straight onto that screen, the first thing that pops to them is the just chat bit, so they know it's
Hey,
not the
Google,
actual gameplay
stop.
screen they're looking at.
What's doing?
Timer. Oh no.
Properties. Thank you. Okay, so not that one.
I'll need to
I'll give
quickly
you
dive
the
out.
coloration for the numbers
Okay.
the yellow that I
That
use.
ready though.
Just to pull Smiley. But next time I die, I'll do
That's
that.
G-Hub. The yellow I'm using on my keyboard, Dirge, is FFCB00 is the number in it.
Is that the hex?
That's the hex, yeah.
Let's have a look. FFCB00. Yeah, that actually does pop quite a bit. Let's get rid of that.
Because the way I see it is, when I was looking at it there, my eyes were immediately drawn to the bit where I can see, obviously, everything you're doing on your screen. Whereas if you have something bright coloured right at the top, the eyes are drawn to the bright colour. So people look at it and see just chatting, and they know that you're sitting there yammering away instead of playing it.
Alright, those literally do nothing because the colour is the overriding factor. Okay.
No! He was behind me, that bastard.
How did I
No.
not die? I've been stood in the corner.
I think he was behind him.
Let me guess, you were shot in the back again.
Yeah, I'm always being shot in the back.
Maybe
Where's
they
your
like-
support?
My
Yeah.
support is getting
Your support,
shafted.
your support is
I love the ground
currently
with
sorting out screen stuff with
What?
assistance from your other support.
Yep, pretty much.
My support is
With a
basic-
third bit of support sitting in your chat instead of in game.
Yeah, what is Lawsy doing anyway?
I don't know. What are you doing, Laws? Are you apexing, you bugger? I think he is. I think he's apexing.
No, he's not. He'll show up on Discord.
Oh, you fucking... Come here, you little scumbag. Oh, fuck you up.
But yeah, those are basically the colours that I'm using on my my keyboard at the moment.
No!
Ah.
No!
I can send you that picture of it. So.
Hoik! Because I've also found out, Mr. Snakey, that the HD60S does a very good job at being the capture card for the webcam.
Personal radar drone
Oh.
standing by.
So let's see.
Bravo, stand by. Care package inbound. You're holding. Cluster
Oh my
strike.
god, I am reasoning with this fucking... Yep, he's fucked.
What is the rest of the stuff?
Losing Alpha. We control the
Another double kill?
much.
I don't mind that at all.
That's just
enemies have
Bounce.
No!
paste.
Shit.
Piece of shit.
Well, 31 kills, that's not bad so far.
Wait.
No!
Yeah.
We've lost B.
Filters? Hey, I can paste the filters.
Bravo!
Okay, you're the chat box. You can scroll down and
Where
side.
the fucking hell did he come from?
His mum.
Ah, his mum.
Jet on station.
Shit. I just got melted to fuck.
They control two objectives.
Group.
Good copy, Decker 2-3.
I'm sure he had a cluster strike ready.
Not anymore. So
Oh, it's just fucked off and left me.
there. So this one wonder if I could just have this up here, because then I've got this empty space on the right hand side where the chat box is.
Copy. Phoenix 3-1. Dropping white box.
Time to be a prick.
Did he ever stop?
Securing Alpha.
I'm assuming that he has a Wilson.
I got white phosphorus. There's one.
Taking Alpha. Stand by. Alpha secure.
I
Losing A.
may have dropped white phosphorus on Rust yesterday and possibly wiped the enemy team twice with it.
Oh god, no.
See, EOD is all well and good unless you spawn in it, step out, and step straight into another one.
Yes.
This is the game scene, so I had an idea of actually having the game scene inside the borders of this, and then just having stuff up the top for other
Thing
shit.
is,
or
it's
whatever,
vacant,
right?
so most of the map is indoors.
Or do you reckon that I should just have game scene behind this, and just having this as just like the only thing that's visible?
I think it's hard to tell, really, because I know there are some who do it similar to that, and others who do it where it's the full screen with a camera overlay. But I think with the camera overlay, it's better if you've got the green screen, so you can chroma key everything except yourself out of it.
Yeah.
Because that way it takes up less of the actual screen space in the game. Like, for example, when you get people and you watch like Warzone stuff,
There's a screen on smoky.
and they put up their camera either over their friends list, or they put it up over the kill
map
count.
or something,
on
yeah.
water. It's just like, great. So when we want to see who you're playing with, we can't. Or if we want to see how well you're doing, we can't.
Yeah.
So.
And actually, let's look at the just chatting. I think the just chatting is probably the best designed currently out of all of it. Obviously, I'm open to interpretation for other stuff.
Yeah, no, I really like the look of that, to be honest.
Actually.
And if I was a thieving bastard, I would probably take it. But I'm not a thieving bastard, so.
Right, that's that bit. What do I want? It's the just chatting.
No,
Oh,
I've
it's the
lost
chat
Ben.
box. No.
Oh fuck.
Social media? Wait. Stop it. Stop it. Let me.
Ben.
There we go. That's what I want.
Ben.
That's chat box there.
Ah fuck. I've lost him.
Ah fuck. Cam text. Here we go.
I've lost Ben. Oh, lost is on quiz night, of course.
Oh, of course he is. Yeah. There we go. So it's a little bit higher than the actual. Higher than the average bit. Right. Let's take that. Copy your filter.
Why would the bear be high?
Why would he not be?
High is very
filter.
something.
It's smoky, so.
This is true.
I still have to go at when we introduced your new American streamer friend to the EU servers.
That was funny.
Pardon?
Right, so that's the follower. A text follower. Let's change you.
What are you skets actually doing? Snakes, what are you doing?
At the moment, I'm drinking a bit.
And then?
Oh, you can't see that at all. Okay.
And then I'm going to have another sip of my beer.
And then?
Probably
the
nibble on
same
something.
thing over the course of the year.
So you're not coming to play again?
I'll probably play playing games shortly.
Okay. Judge,
Filters. Hello.
you come for a play game?
Yes, but you've seen what I've been doing.
No. I can only see your face.
It's finished.
Alright, let's.
Where are you on your ribbon? Show me your ribbon, Sean.
Oh, my ribbons. My ribbons? You want to see my ribbons? Oh, mate.
Oh, misses.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll show
Get
you
rid of
my
that.
ribbons. Fucking hell.
Get rid of that. Right. Let's go. Cut the correction.
Fucking go live on
Mate.
that, won't I?
Mate.
Look how far behind I am.
Yeah, I know. I can see it on Twitch. Hey,
That's not doing
Snort
it.
it.
That's stupid.
See, now I'm
That's
streaming in 2 places.
dumb. But
State of this.
we-
This is a mess.
Yes.
paste filter.
What am I
Hey,
gonna do
Oh,
about
son
it?
again.
just
Get good scrub.
shutting.
I might drop out for a little bit, but I will return in about half an hour.
Juan will return.
Yeah.
We,
Copy filter.
I shall speak to you soon. Bye bye.
Paste filter. And then add
Right.
display capture, which will be supplanted by video game capture.
Oh. Quality content.
Use weapon drop field upgrade 5 times. Mate, you should have had that done already.
Fucking field upgrade.
Lovely.
Daily challenge.
Hmm.
So,
You could have had that done in like 2 rounds.
drop myself a minigun every now and again.
Possibly.
Ooh.
I was saying that, Dirge, are you possibly intimidated at the prospect that they're going to be bringing in another version of Battle Royale or a variation of it?
Where?
Juggernaut Royale.
What?
It's not
Yes.
gonna be, it's going to be a case of
Kind of
it
get boring after a while, I think.
That's gonna cause all sorts
That's
of mayhem.
basically going to be Titan battles on Titanfall.
I like it.
Concentrate your fire on the weakest fucker until he drops.
Oh, that is so good. Do that. Whispers new thing. Okay, very good.
I mean, it's going to be carnage, all right? I may give it a go.
Oh my god,
I
can you imagine?
I just don't see how it's as a fun mode, sure, but if they make it into a permanent mode, ooh,
One juggernaut
one
takes on
naughty boy.
multiple juggernauts.
So if I get rid of that, what do you reckon of that?
What am I watching?
Because you don't quite see where the border is for it. You just know that stuff is happening, and then like there's a couple of weirdy bits that kind of block out parts of the screen. I'm not going to have chat on this screen.
No, you don't need to have that's one thing. You don't need to have chat on the actual
On every
screen.
single screen, yeah.
So it just takes up space.
The
That
fuck's going on there?
irritates me when I'm watching like the big streamers, and you can see, not only can you see the chat on the actual chat box, like the chat window on the stream, but then it's coming up on the stream at the same time. The only thing that's good for is determining how much delay there is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Timberman is currently streaming. He is good people.
I'm good people. You don't watch my shit though. Motherfucker.
I mean, Sean, you kind of had it at the point. Just like, you know, may have misunderstood. You know, you're good, but are you people?
I am a human.
Are Manx really people?
Manx really people?
Oh my god.
Now, hang on. If you were a ginger mank, what would that make you? An abomination?
Abomination. Absolutely. 100% an abomination. In fact, all gingers are. Except for the women. Women are fine.
No, that's because the women are called redheads. That's how they get around it.
That's how they get around it. But if you're a ginger human, you
You
have
needed
no
to put that
soul,
little
you must be
disclaimer in
destroyed.
You needed to put that little disclaimer in there because you never know if she's standing at your door with your ear to her going, "See fucking saying now."
Oh, yeah. You have to be careful. Because, yes.
I
And also,
do have Telegram open at the moment.
but yes, male gingers must be destroyed. I'm sorry.
Now hold on. That's
Actually,
basically
you know
like
what?
saying that, you know, that's...
You mentioned Ginger Manx. Mick Hucknall, if you ever watch my stream, you must be destroyed. You're an abomination. You're trash. You must be killed.
Oh, wait, are you still streaming?
Yeah. It's all right. I'm not monetized on Twitch, so they can't like do anything. Well, they can, but they're not going to pay attention to me because
reported.
I'm not important enough.
I mean,
you are a mank.
I am a mank. People have been banned for
less,
for
much
way
less.
more.
That
People have gotten away with way worse.
Oh yeah.
Hi, Alinity.
And banned because you mentioned previously banned streamers.
She's not banned though.
Is she not?
No, she's
okay.
She's still active.
For now. According to Twitch, apparently they're going through and they're going to get rid of anybody who is violating their terms of service.
Habitually.
Yeah.
Habitually. I mean, does that then mean that Doc has been violating their terms of service habitually and nobody's actually caught on to what he's been violating them for?
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Because obviously Doc,
Well,
his thing, he gives out a lot of abuse, and one of their things is, like, they're big against online abuse, aren't they? And what is one of the things he did? Because apparently he was, at one point he was going through, and this is all stuff I've read on Twitter, apparently at one point he was going through and he was like going to other profiles and things, and then he was like, you know, roasting them, for want of a better phrase, but he took it too far at some points where he was actually going to personal Twitter pages for these people and doing it.
Yeah, that I don't agree with. That I can't agree with.
There's everything regarding like Doc's man is up in the air. Nobody really knows what's going on, except for a few people who claim to, but you know they can't say anything about it.
No.
Like, oh, okay.
It's like
Alright.
bullshit. I mean, here's the thing, right? That whole, like, it was a Destructo or Destro or something like that, whatever the news article was. That was the thing that poked me today.
Something like that.
Was it? No, it wasn't Destructoid. Hang on a minute. I'll see if I can find it.
On the way of the dodo.
Ah, is it dead?
Was it? No, it wasn't Destructoid.
I think so. I think Destructo went under on the way of the dodo a year or so ago. I'm not
bitch.
So, Sean, you remember yesterday the NASA spacewalk, right?
Yeah.
The Independent has basically put up a new article. Like 1 day ago, a NASA astronaut drops mirror into space during spacewalk. What fucking difference does that make? And of course, it's the Independent, so you know.
I think that it was dropped, considering that it wouldn't have really fallen. It would have just sort of floated away.
Well, actually, technically speaking,
Dropping things means it doesn't go upwards, on your perspective.
Technically, when you're in orbit of a planet, you are falling, but you are moving so fast that you're actually falling around a planet.
Yeah. Basically, you know, it's like the you know, like, how's the weather there, Ali? It's raining sideways.
I'm going sideways too much that I'm not going down.
Yeah.
Basically, that's how I will explain orbits. Have you ever played Kerbal Space Program? Have you noticed that if you slow down even a tiny bit, you start getting closer and closer to the planet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that just means that you're losing orbital velocity, which is exactly what that is.
Yes.
So here's the other thing, right? Is how the hell can these, like, all of the space debris that's up there, right? How has that not been on completely decaying orbits? How is it maintaining thrust?
It's always
Plot twist.
because
so you see a shooting star that you wish on. You're actually wishing on a nappy that's burning up in space.
I
love it.
I wish upon a burning shit.
I was born under a wandering shitbag.
The thing is, it's not something that's in thrust. It's Newton's law of motion
Relativity, isn't it?
No,
or is it motion?
That's Einstein. Is a object in motion stays in motion unless acted upon by an external force. So if you let go of a mirror, it's going to keep going at that 19,500 miles an hour, no matter what. Unless somebody comes up and pokes it and goes, boop, and then it's going in a different direction at the same speed. But if you actually push it backwards, as in against the way that you're actually falling around the world, then it will slow down. Ah.
Oh, no,
So, yeah. So basically, what he said was what I said to him the other day. So as I was watching it, he was like, and he's lost his mirror, which has floated away. So it floated away at a foot a second. Okay,
Yeah, relative to him.
relative to him. So it now joins one of the parts of the vast amount of space junk that is currently in orbit around the Earth. Why
Yes.
is my fucking space feed broken? Thank you.
It's actually one of the core story points of the
The
new
lost
game.
item posed no risk to the astronaut spacewalk or to the station, NASA has said. There were a wrist on the blah. It weighs 1/10 of a pound. That's how lightweight they made these mirrors.
Yeah.
And where did I see the speed it had moved? Yeah, floated away about at a foot per second. So that, yeah, you drop it, it's gone.
Oh yeah. But it's one of the
Sky shit, there
big,
it goes. Okay.
big story points of the new game Hard Space.
Hard space. Okay.
Yeah, you'll see it on Steam. The whole premise is that you're breaking ships down and you're trying to collect a load of debris and sort it and things like that. But
Sort it!
the thing is, it's because there's this thing called the Kepler divide. There's so much shit in orbit of the Earth, no ship can leave Earth.
Is that in the game, or are we talking reality?
It eventually will be a reality.
Mm.
If you think that a paint chip heading at 1/10 of the speed of light, which is not actually that fast relative to how fast we're moving through space as a planet, I think it's 100th actually the speed of light. If a paint chip, which is like milligrams worth of stuff, hits at 100th of a speed of light, it will detonate an area of the Earth similar in size to a nuclear detonation.
Yep.
Like literally, its mass and velocity gone mad. That's
then
why.
there's also the,
that's why
there's
if
also
you
the theory.
get a really big tungsten rod and just drop it at Earth, it will cause massive devastation. That's one of the things that the Star Wars program was all about.
Yeah.
Was dropping a very, very big, solid tungsten rod and just going fuck off.
Yeah.
And if you play Call of Duty Ghosts,
That's one of the things. It was called the Odin, wasn't it?
Yes, because it was actually called the Rods from God.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
And it was actually a real thing when they were discussing MAD.
Oh yeah.
And they just never technically got it off the ground, or did they?
Well, there is actually something that I found out recently. The Russians put a gun in space. Multiple guns in space, actually.
Mm.
And they only fired it once. And it fucking worked.
Now, are they talking about like standard caliber guns, or are we talking like tank size guns?
And 12.5 millimeter. So, heavy machine gun, 50 cal.
And they just went chunk.
Oh, they fucking destroyed a satellite. This thing fired at around 2,500 rounds per minute.
Oh, so it was more like a trident.
Oh yeah, this thing was a cannon. It was. Brrr. And
they still use them in sci-fi shows, like in
The Expanse.
Our Forever Fancies.
Yes, that's actually
It's essentially point defense systems.
one of the things that they wanted to do.
The only difference is that, like here on Earth, that bullet will come down to something. If you fire that off in space, it's just going to keep going.
It just keeps going. The thing they wanted to test was if the recoil from the gun had any kind of impact on. It was a station.
The platform. Yeah, it was a platform that it was on, because essentially equal and opposite force.
Yeah. So what they did to mask, because this was during the Cold War, so what they did to mask the gunshot, because you can imagine that a flash of light is going to be quite bright and it's going to be really hot and things like that. So to mask it, what they did was they fired the engines at the same time. so that it looked like it was all part of this deorbiting procedure that they had.
Right.
But they fired the gun at the same time and they destroyed a satellite. I actually ripped it to fucking pieces. And then,
So what, the
and
actual
so
recoil of it?
These cosmonauts were just like, yeah, it fucking works.
So on an unrelated note, Dodge, have you seen what is coming next week for the free games on Epic Store?
I have not.
We have got Hue, which looks like some color-based game, and
Yes.
Code Exiles.
Nice.
Oh, yes.
Although I've technically already got Conan Exiles anyway. But yeah, I mean, running around with your dangle hanging out it's good fun.
I mean, we're going to be able to do that in November anyway, when Cyberpunk comes out and has fully customizable genitalia.
Yeah, and you know, this isn't the first fucking game that's done it. I'll guarantee you that. Conan
Make
Exiles.
robots into penis!
Games. About the free game.
Penis into robot!
Why would just join the Discord Creationeer shouting penis?
Because he's fascinated by it.
Oh yes.
Sorry, Cyberpunk, but robot penises. Jesus Christ, come on.
Robopene.
No, there's small dead people walking around with giant swans.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
So I went to an MMO and they you get the guys playing female characters. You can tell who they are because they maxed out the tip bar.
Is everyone like streaming their cams
he's-
tonight?
He's not fucking wrong.
Am I what?
Everyone like streaming their cams tonight, like.
Accurate.
It just happened to be that I was streaming for Pony there because I was basically showing off my build, what I was doing for the Facebook streamy thing.
He was showing
and,
off his face.
I was showing off my beautiful, beautiful face. And
And then we see a snack.
and then we have a snack.
Yeah, I will
You
be
had
RB
a
shortly.
had a feed, now he's looking right into the ceiling.
Oh yeah, you can totally show off your adorable baby that's totally not puking everywhere.
Yeah, no, he's
Oh no.
trying to settle him a little bit. So I will be back shortly.
Have fun!
Look at the potato!
Also, Project, when did you get the new icon?
That is actually pretty
Project.
cool.
Sorry, what was that?
When did
He's
you
had
get the
that
new
for
icon?
a little while now, hasn't he?
Is that a commission?
I got to turn you up. You're a bit too quiet.
So, yeah, talking about your new icon.
Project
So what were you
Double
asking, Dirge?
Your new icon, when did you get it?
Oh, I've had that on for a couple of weeks now.
I kind of had thought of that, but then I was like, it's Project. I probably just misidentified the actual image.
Is
I
that?
think I'll just join in.
Oh, look at that bearded
Oh, look
beauty.
at the beard on
horrendous.
him.
How horrendous is that?
I mean, I'm not.
Well, we have the technology. He can stream. Why the fuck aren't you doing it?
Mate, I'm not going to.
Look,
I'm
look
not
at that
going to
face of,
show my
"Ah."
second screen, okay, in the stream, but I could.
That's so ginge.
No, I won't.
so
I
ginge.
won't do it.
We
I
were
won't
speaking
do it.
about gingers earlier.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. Basically, Sean wants to come after you, Sean.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
He's not a
No,
proper
no.
ginger.
So obviously his curtains don't match the drapes. What's the big deal? He's still ginger. Therefore, you still hate it.
What?
I love how you nicked my term and fucked it up. You didn't fuck it up actually, but it doesn't mean what you think it means.
Oh really? Like
Yeah.
how it is death to all gingers who are also Manx.
No, you said the curtains don't match the drapes.
Obviously, you know, being on his face, you're misquoting and misinterpreting my particular thing, because obviously curtains not matching drapes and all this other fun stuff is obviously, you know, if your hair matches your pubic hair.
There we go.
I'm very aware of that.
It's like,
What
you're
about-
not a real redhead.
Mate, you haven't walked into anything. You sat there and clicked onto it. That's what you did. How was your what's it called? Your
Family quiz.
your family quiz.
I want a tenner.
You want a tenner?
Hey, nice.
Do you know what you should do? You know what you should do with that tenner?
What should I do?
Keep Ruby entertained.
Ruby? Oh, no. had to think about that. There, I was like,
Ah. He's
how do
doing
I
a
make
thing.
that full screen? Not that.
Not that one. That one.
Not that one.
Hey, Modern Warfare.
You
You've
can
got
see,
your
you can see
stream
my
open
game,
anyway.
but what I wanted to do is set.
Tripping wood. Oh, trippy wood.
Yes, that's my mate Ben. It's good, lad.
Right, Ben. Apart from him teaching you naughty words, and then you get you're like a child at school. You come home saying these words you don't understand.
I understand those words perfectly well. Happy hour is ended. Fuck!
I need to go back to RGB Zone. Sorry, what was we using?
what are you streaming?
I am currently streaming my Facebook overlay build. Just because I was originally streaming it for Pony, just to like get a couple of ideas and show him what I was working on. And then Snakey came along, and then he was posting ideas up, and we were having a bit of a chit chat. And then Sean arrived.
Hi.
And then he was streaming, and then
Hello.
yeah, everything's just kind of expanded from there, like a wonderful rose upon a bush. All the buds are there; they just need to bloom. And then Project has just come in and just been Project.
You're a proper interesting character, you know that, right? It's a shame. I'm half tempted to just show like that screen to the stream, but
To the stream.
just like your faces and what's going on here, so that I've got 4 viewers at the moment, and one of them's Aussie, and one of them's going to be Dirge probably. And just show them what is actually happening, what I'm talking to, because what I'm talking to is mad. Dirty's nodding his head.
Yeah. I nod my head back and forth. I nod my head because I don't have any hair to whip back and forth, so I have to nod my head back and forth.
You know, actually, I'm thinking at some point we should actually have, instead of me having a game stream going on or whatever, we should have a stream like this where we're all just chatting bobbins about a particular subject of some description.
That doesn't include your N-word. And or any other potentially casually racist remarks.
And it's not a racist thing, by the way. Just have to...
No, it wasn't actually. It wasn't. It was very definitely not anything racist related.
No, we have to be very, very careful with what we say in this day and age.
I mean, at the moment, it's kind of turning into a little bit of fucking 1985. It is, though, because you've got to have the fucking thought police pitching up saying, are you thinking any racist thoughts? I'm like, no!
Are you thinking things?
Are you thinking things? But then, like, you know, that's...
Do you have reasons to think? You better not.
Do you have reasons to doubt the party? Of which I listened to 1985 on audiobook and just the narrator for it. 1984, sorry, 1984. On audiobook, and the narrator was just perfect for it because he was a slightly older narrator.
Yeah.
But just the mood and just everything just fit so well. And
Lossie, that is a much better background.
It does look pretty cool.
Yeah,
he's got a nice sound.
It's good. Although the camera pointing down at you is a little bit ominous.
Why?
Yes, but at least you can't see his underwear.
Yes.
The shirt is the show. The rest is just naked.
But anyway,
I mean,
you were
he's
saying
business casual from the top down.
You were saying about 1984.
Okay. Like we were just talking about, you know, how Sean was suggesting that we all basically just come on and do a talking head podcast. Essentially, is the word he was looking for. That didn't actually want to say it because podcast is, you know,
don't say that thing. It's
No, he just didn't want to say head.
And he was just going on to saying to stream because he could obviously see us reacting to him, and I was doing my usual thing of being very energetic and expressive. Pretty much. And
I didn't do it because of like I respect you guys and I didn't want to invade your privacy by showing your faces off or anything like that.
I mean, aside from Project and Pony, the rest of us have
Dirge,
streamed at some point.
having his face on his Twitch thing like multiple times a week.
And Lawsy,
And
who's going to be
Lawsy-
streaming again very soon.
Yes.
Excitement.
Yes,
Basically,
okay.
Lawsy will
Generate
stream
some
when COVID ends.
excitement.
Right
in
now,
Lawsy.
the only right now the only thing that is currently playing on Lawsy's mind that he's going to use as an excuse to not do it is he's not going to be sure whether or not to buy that white Dominator platform stuff that I linked him to, and he's going to use it as an excuse, and you know it. You know it.
Look at that grin, though. He knows he's on.
No, because I looked at it and I was like,
Because just think what you could do with it. Those little dots with the Dominator, you could have illuminated Imperial Red. That one little bit of color in the system, just that Imperial Red.
I mean, if he was a Star Trek fan, he could have had them illuminated blue, like cyan blue, of it being the warp core.
Yeah, but it's no.
just like the rest of my room. Wait there, I'll show you.
Actually, you know what? That works really
Oh,
well.
now he's pressing buttons.
You know, with the way that the
Seems to me
Corsair
on the-
memory is, and it's got like the little dots that it goes
Now
to.
remember, you've got to do it purple to be proper streamer mode.
Purple.
Streamer
Yeah,
mode.
have you not noticed? So most of the big streamers now, apart from certain ones who have now been banned permanently, tend to use a purple.
It's weird because, like, it also depends, right?
Right,
Because
screw it.
Sam Wood, whatever his name is, Samuel Woods or whatever, guy that basically edits for Harris Heller, he started a thing, which is like, because he's got similar LEDs and stuff like that, so he had the blue of Mixer and the pink of Twitch, and he had them kind of like playing off against each other because they were doing support streams and all this other fun stuff. But I've noticed that Twitch streamers tend to have purple LEDs and Mixer streamers had blue LEDs. I will admit though,
Yes.
the Mixer merch that came directly from Mixer was top tier. It actually was really good fucking looking shit. Also, have you also heard today there was an article that Microsoft is closing all of its retail stores and turning them into experience centers.
Yeah, which I'm kind of like, that's nice and all, but
That's not the move that a successful company makes. Some shit is going down.
yeah.
No one really buys from stores anymore, really, do they?
That's their whole thing, is they're saying that their online presence has been doing better than the physical stores. Obviously, because of fucking COVID, duh.
Oh,
It's that.
It's
Look
not
at human retail stores, like they're barely mostly all gone now, anyway.
That's the thing. What exactly would they sell there?
It would be their peripherals that's not currently in Currys or wherever.
Stuff like that. People don't go to a Windows store to get those things. People go to Amazon to get.
Yeah, or they'll go to Currys if they're ignorant, or they don't have an Amazon access, or
let's be honest, they would download the media installer and then go somewhere like SCD Keys and buy a code for dirt cheap.
yeah, which is exactly what I did
no.
twice.
So
There we go. Well, better.
But yeah, so Loisy, this is my layout that I've been looking at the moment. So I've got the stream starting screen, which I'm probably going to rejig. What thing I want to do is where this white section is here, that would have had the schedule showing up and saying this is when I'm streaming, blah blah blah. But I haven't set one properly yet, so I'll just have that there. But I want to make that transparent and just have like whatever the game is that's happening behind it, or a video, just doing its thing, and this is partially covering it.
Just
And
do,
then-
like a window capture or display capture.
Yeah, exactly that, and just have that behind there. Unfortunately, it's then just trying to get this bit purely to be transparent.
it could be worth.
Yeah.
You do. So you put the yellow for the just chatting on there. Would it be worth maybe having these start and stream as the same color? Keep
Yeah, that's
that
kind of
theme going
that's,
throughout.
that's kind of like the thing that I was thinking of going through. Is like the chat's blue, my cam is purple, the game cam is purple, the in-game I've changed that to black because I think that fits a little bit nicer with the background that's there, and then my cam is still blue. There's no chatting screen on there. This top tip, new tip follower thing, I'm debating on keeping that there or not. The alert box, oh my god, working the fucking alert box in this program is a heap of shit. It really fucking is. Obviously the just chatting's done. The BRB is one that I need to figure out next as well. Again, similar thing of having this like little windowy side here on the right being the
What you should
cutouts.
do is create themes for each game.
So that's the thing, right? Because
when I streamed, I had like a Gears of War one, I had a Star Wars one, a Battlefield one. If you remember when I used to sit in the tank.
yeah, no, that's cool because those starting screens were a little bit more like personal and stuff like that.
That's a bit
Again,
fun.
Now
I've seen those used a lot more on the social media posts where you replace the head on whatever it is. So that's kind of like the idea that I was going from there, because that means you don't then have to do as much extra work in your stream.
I'm just gonna. It's a good idea. It's a good idea, but you're forgetting who you're suggesting it to.
Yeah.
Considering how long it can take Dirge to set up a stream when he changes one minute little thing.
Jesus Christ, it's a good thing I didn't actually
You don't-
finish drinking
you
that
don't-
beer then, otherwise it would have gone fucking everywhere.
I don't think you quite remember the days when Dirge would be like, I'm going to stream. And it was 3 hours afterwards that he actually started streaming because he was like, I must change this thing. And that thing broke something else. So he had to change that thing, which then broke something else. And he had to change that thing. All because he wanted to change one little thing at the beginning.
3
It's
hours
a pain in the
later.
ass.
And the worst bit was, it was a regular occurrence. So now it's better for him to just have one overlay for everything.
Oh, that's so good.
But it also just means there's a lot less resource being taken up by your PC at the same time as well. You have multiple scenes, you have multiple game source captures. They're still running. They're not capturing anything because that game isn't active, but they're still taking up the memory as if they were.
You've got like a powerful enough PC that you won't really feel the effects.
Yeah.
No, but it will still take him like 2 to 3 hours to set up a stream every time.
The only thing that I have an issue with is
You don't get to say shit until you start putting the camera on, motherfucker.
No, I was gonna say the only thing I have issue with is Call of Duty because it wants to set the priority of it to maximum all the fucking
One
time.
thing you can do. This is something that I figured out the other day because obviously I was having problems with exactly the same thing. Is not only lowering the priority of Call of Duty, which you can essentially do a command line hack that tells it to shut the fuck up and basically wait its line and turn.
Yes.
But on your advanced section, you can then set your priority level for OBS to be default above normal. I've found that
I've
tends
done
to
that.
work with me a lot more.
I've also, if you are really, really struggling, if you right click in the middle of your dark space, that one. Just
Performance
do that.
mode.
Just do that. And that disables the real-time
Preview window.
mixer and preview, and it just basically...
Does it disable the real-time mixer? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Huh.
See?
See, that's something that I actually use because if I've gone off and I come back and I forget that I've muted myself, I could be chatting away for 5 minutes before somebody says you're muted, mate. So I use the audio meters to actually be. One of the other things as well that I picked up from a guy called Nutty.
Can we just hop back just a moment to when we were playing and Bear had been sitting there chatting away for 10 minutes without realising he had muted his microphone?
Sean's done that as well. It's like, oh, I've fucking muted me mic, haven't I?
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
I've done that. I've done that a few times, and I've just been like, "Why the fuck have I done that?" I'm sure it was. I made some really valid and important points.
Go to the point.
These things were world-changing events that I was actually discussing with everybody, and nobody fucking heard it.
There's a big point where we're running around like Battlefield or something, and there's absolutely nothing. It's like, Sean, you muted yourself again. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Lareta's done that as well. I mean, the one thing that I like about the Stream Deck is that I've got a button that has a toggle state. So if it's lit up, it's therefore technically inactive.
Yeah.
And then when it's muted, it's active.
Yeah, I've got that on my mic as well. It's basically just one button, and if it's binking at me, then it's muted. If it's solid, then it's not. It's binking.
So can we also, when we talk about muting stuff, can we also right back to the point where Lyrated muted all the sounds in game by pressing one of the F buttons and didn't realise?
Oh yeah, Oh,
mate, I did that as well. It was.
Why is there no sound? Have you pressed the button?
I did that when I first started using the I did
Shadowplay?
Shadowplay, and I didn't realize that Call of Duty has a
in-game mute button.
Yeah, in-game mute buttons.
But it's
So
not just that, it's-
I freaked out. I was like, oh shit, Shadowplay's just broken my game. I need to restart. So I fucking restarted my game, didn't I?
I mean, at that point, you're doing tech support 101. Turn it off and on again.
Yeah, I turned off the game and started it again. Like, oh, I'm sure that'll fix it, and surely enough, it did. And then when I captured the next funny moment, guess what happened? It muted again. Useless. Absolutely useless.
Child.
By next funny moment, you mean that bit where, or one of the many occasions where something was said that broke you that you really shouldn't have put up on YouTube, but you did anyway.
Yeah. Am I not supposed to do that? Is that a thing?
I mean, it's funny for us.
Of course it is. Yeah.
Because I remember it harked back to it came back from that bit where we were talking about like what was it? It was like siege operators or something while we were in Battlefield.
Oh yeah.
You're like, I can't put that in. I can't. It's like, why not?
Yeah, we were talking about
Ick grabbing Ella.
Yeah.
It was like, it wouldn't be the first time the Germans grabbed Poland.
Fucking hell. One instance, I'm horrified. In another, I'm breaking. I'm absolutely broken inside.
If I share mine...
Oh, what are you sharing? Your bank account? Your deep darkest secrets?
I've just reinstalled Streamlabs just to show you what mine was like.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So
I like the fact that Streamlabs remembers the shit that you bring.
Yeah.
Like, I've still got my original overlay stored in here.
So then I've got the transition, so when I moved to live, got like the open windows.
Now, what you should have had done is had a bit of a fade, so you faded into the doors and then it faded out.
Yeah, I was just...
I'm sorry, but that just looks really inspired by Resident Evil. Like, original Resident Evil.
Yeah.
So that would have been my live screen, and then I've got my live...
Oh, Brown Bear was the...
my last subscriber.
Yeah.
He Battlefield 5 when me tank.
Broken.
Nice.
I think I had a transition for that as well. I do.
Ooh.
And then I had me X-Wing, which has the sound playing in the background.
Oh, you're gonna have to have that for when...
And then when I had me green screen, I'd be sitting like in the cockpit.
That's class.
And then...
You're gonna need to have that ready to go for when Star Wars Squadron starts up.
Yeah, mate.
Hell yeah, I want that.
That was me. That was me pro Photoshop skills.
Nice.
You mean your pro Windows Paint skills?
And then I've got me Gears of War 1.
Ooh, it's all animated and stuff.
That's me as Marcus Phoenix.
See, here's the thing: you put effort into that, though, and that's the shit that got people coming back. You know, it wasn't just a Lumia wipe or whatever.
That was me Dragon Ball test. When Kakarot was coming out, actually, that's what I was setting that up for.
Were you then going to have yourself on top of Kakarot's body?
Like on the Nimbus?
Yeah.
But obviously,
you would have needed to have yourself basically going, ah!
Yeah, well, that's
constantly constipated Lawsy.
But obviously, I never got around to it, so yeah, nah.
I need to actually do some shit like this because all my stuff right now is I've got a chat box and notification bit. It only works well with my background, with my actual desktop background.
Mate, that's why you gotta have something else. That's why I've had the whole in-game thing, because all that background in-game thing is, if I unlock it, rip. is like if I then go to, let's undo that, transform, reset, is the
I am very new to streaming. God damn it.
yeah, you are. Basically, it was like a copy of the front streamy bits.
Yeah.
That was there. But I was sat there going, that would be very, very weird having the stark pink breaking it in the middle.
Yeah.
So then I just expanded it there, locked it up, and then that's where it sits.
You stay there now. That's where you live.
I need to figure out what I'm doing with these top tip. This guy
That's
here.
a highest gun. No. It's time for a hobgoblin. Wait for it. Wait for it.
So that just kind of breaks it, unfortunately.
Wait for it. Ah. Yes, hobgoblin, not in a bottle. Very disappointed. Unfortunately, my local shops don't sell hobgoblin in bottles. Philistines. Oh, you broke it.
Yeah, it's just like whatever color it. Oh, hang on.
Uh-oh.
I know what I've done. Yeah.
He's done something.
That one. So what I need to actually do is have all of this colorized and not have a color correction.
What's
layer
all the
essentially on that.
support bar 3-4 top bottom stack?
They're essentially the preset scenes, so no matter what I do, I can literally just have. So this is one of the things that I was going to be talking about a bit earlier. Is instead of having the audio things on the right-hand side in your mixer panel, you can actually have your microphone and your desktop sound set up as scenes, and you import that scene into your sources list, so that if you happen to change something, it doesn't affect the original scene because that's independent.
Scene.
And you can have some fun things like in my just starting screen, like I have a slightly muted tone to it, like it sounds like I'm a bit underwater. And then when I change to my just chatting screen, it basically does a fade through, so my music or whatever it is kind of like fades off as if it's in the distance, and then I'm the more present audio source. And you can do that because it'll essentially fade between the sources based on the scenes that you're going away from or switching into.
Quick
It's a
question.
guy called Nutty on YouTube. If you have a look at some of his stuff.
I have a quick question.
I've just remembered me pop-ups, actually. Tell us if you can hear the audio on these.
Hold up. Let me watch stream.
Yeah. That'll help.
Remember when I
Do it
made
again?
that one?
Jumping in. I need to sort all that as well.
Yeah, you do.
So if you
Doing
got-
it in fucking Streamlabs is such a bitch.
Is Lozzie, have you got my stream still working?
No, the audio isn't coming through.
If Lozzie's still watching my stream, look who followed me.
Who's followed you?
Fucking snakes.
Hey.
That's anonymous,
Okay, now.
actually.
What?
Yeah. Snakes joined me earlier.
Where's Creationeer?
The thing is, I
don't
could
even
actually
see you in
replay
my-
that. This content is
Oh.
not available.
Oh, I've lost it.
Ha! Rip.
So I need to do.
Lozzie's now hosting with 5,000 viewers.
Shit.
See, I don't
Probably get in
get
trouble
that.
for that pop-up now.
Which one?
That host one.
The horse?
Possibly.
I'd probably get
See, now-
reported because you see it's almost when he says "Screw you, England," and your spotted dick.
See, now here's the thing, Laws. I don't get those test bits down below. Oh, yes, I do.
Yeah, you do.
So
Yours
if I
are different
go
to mine,
share-
though. How?
Because this is all Facebook oriented.
Oh,
Because this is set up for Facebook streaming, which is why I'm redoing it. Because the Twitch stuff I've done and I've slaved away at it. And then I was talking to Laretti the other day. And he kind of was like, oh, I've installed Slobs to do just primarily Facebook streaming. And I was like, you know what? That's a fucking good idea.
Yeah.
Because it means that one program's for one platform and the other one program's for the other. Because the thing that I was sat there going is like, instead of creating a whole new thing and new platform and blah, 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 why don't you just create two
Look at Deja's browsers and then look at mine. Just two and you like 8,000.
Yeah.
So unnecessary.
Because I've got my thing. So if I got cast for this, $2,500 versus 500 for something that's going to be put out onto the TV, used in the TV across national TV and online, full buyout and in perpetuity for £500. Get fucked, you cheap cunts. That should have at least a 5 in front of the 500. It should be 5,500, if not, 2,500. But yeah, so I'm not going to be auditioning for that.
Fuck you guys, you're not paying enough.
No, that's the thing, right? The whole thing about the whole, the race to the bottom essentially, is where the voice talent that's coming in that's either ignorant to what proper rates are, and rates, they're ignorant to what the proper rates are, and they're just like, oh, I'm just starting out, I'm going to charge a lower price and essentially undercut the people so I can start getting a market share. Fair enough business tactic. However, people then get used to paying a cheaper price and then go, well, why should I pay you £500 when I can pay that guy 50 for exactly the same amount of work? And it's a case of going, yeah, but that guy set up last week, I've been going for the last 4 years. I think I deserve more than 50 quid for my fucking time.
Hell yeah!
It's like that.
Hell yeah!
It's like, Sean, you won't get out of bed for 250 quid a day.
Fuck that, no.
Yeah. It's like that one was like, why should we pay you this much for 10 minutes of design work when we could get somebody else, say, out of,
China,
possible to do it for a lot less. And it's like, because you're paying for X amount of time that I've been doing it, that enables me to do that job in this amount of time.
Yeah, you're paying. What was the phrase? It was like, you're not paying for my time. You're paying for my years.
You're paying for my experience.
Yeah, you're paying for my years of experience. But see, saying that, it's not always the same correlation between that. So somebody with 10 years of experience shouldn't be worth any more than somebody with 2 years of experience. Not saying that 10 years of experience is not worth something. It's worth basically having a level playing field, and then you basically you're picking the right person for the right job. Whereas, Sean doing his design work, I'm pretty sure that, you wouldn't be doing the stuff you're doing now at 2 years than you are at, however many long years that you've been in your particular field. You
Too
wouldn't
fucking
know
many.
You wouldn't know where you're going.
Too
You have the principles
fucking
down.
many.
Was it you that was saying put it next to the best use case in coding?
No.
Who was it? Somebody was basically saying that while they were coding something, and then they were asking about, where do you want me to put this code? It's like, put it next to the closest use case.
No, it wasn't me. It were not I.
Oh. Right. Since I'm eating really shit today, I should probably go and get my other pack of Pringles.
Wait, he's got an up. Oh god.
Well, it makes a change from popcorn.
I've just destroyed the kids' sweets.
You know what? For just chatting shit at the end of the stream, I think this has worked out pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to A, have a wind down, and also B, I may have possibly gotten away with the cheapest box of Pringles ever. There was a 40p price reduction on some guacamole. This was guacamole, I could use that. I had noticed that when I'd scanned it, it wasn't scanning. I looked at the thing, so the label's rubbed off. I'll just scan the same thing so I had like a thing of like hummus, a little tub of hummus, and I was like, these are the same price. So just scan the hummus twice.
Hey, Assassin's just raided. Hey, what's up?
And then I may have accidentally found the 40p price reduction on a full price can of Pringles. So obviously they're reduced Pringles, right?
Awesome.
Oh.
That's a good. Uh-oh. Oh.
Oh.
What?
If we ever go to South
April
again,
shouts
I'll
out.
go with
Oh!
you.
Oh,
Oh,
don't
fuck.
water shit again.
So hello, assassin. Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
It's been
How's
fun
the
to
stream been?
dating
It's been good.
station. It won't
We've
be
had a
again,
big
it won't
chat
be
at the end of me
I wonder how
playing
long it'll take them to do that.
Call of Duty
I
for a
wonder how
while.
long it'll take for that to happen.
We've had some science. We've
Apparently
had
it was stripped in 2016.
some Streamlabs set up, and some various things like that. So yeah, we've had nice.
We've had heresy.
We've had heresy. We've had some various things that you can't really say on Twitch, but yeah,
Yeah, but we said it anyway because fuck it.
we said it anyway. We said things. Things were said. Yeah,
Guacamole
we're
now-
talking about science stuff and how when you actually orbit a planet, you're not actually flying, you are falling, but going too fast for gravity to catch up. If that
Mate,
makes sense.
you've missed a fucking trick there.
You
You're
have-
not flying. You're falling with style.
You're falling with style. I like the idea that you're falling too fast for gravity to catch up. It's like, fuck you, gravity.
Lozzie,
Yeah.
you know you're not going to get anything else Obsidian if you're playing Apex, right?
Yes. I've just accepted the fact that you've taken over us.
Oh, don't no. That defeat is talk.
Don't
No,
lie
no,
down and
fuck
take
that.
it.
No, I'm not
Just at least
accepting
not
that.
before he's bought you dinner.
No. Lozzie's been ahead of us on everything. Like
Except the Battle Pass.
Hey, you just had to get it in there.
Spicy.
Well, I'm normally firing it at the other Sean, so I've got to fire it at you every now and then. Give him a break.
Just anti Sean bullshit coming from you at all times. Is that right? Doesn't matter what the spelling is, you're gonna be firing it.
No, it's mainly just anti-Mank most of the time, but
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Right. Thank you very
Lozzie,
much, Assassin.
there was a,
Hope you have a really good night, mate. And I shall speak to you maybe tomorrow.
There's a really good one.
Yeah,
Lozzie, I was
really
going to
good
say,
stream.
the way that your camera angle is looking at right now reminds me of an article that I read recently, which is basically all about the Stanley Kubrick insanity angle, which, like in every single one of his movies, he basically has the camera angled down, looking predominantly at the forehead, and people looking up at camera. And it's been called the Stanley Kubrick technique, which basically shows people that are on the brink of or are currently in the grips of insanity.
Well,
I mean, isn't that kind of a requirement to be in this Discord?
Pretty much.
That needs a parent, so there's that. You have to be
I don't
slightly
know what else
mad.
to put it, unfortunately.
Yeah, you have to be slightly mad.
Oh,
Mate.
Slightly
T
mad.
minus 2 days until a week to go.
Huh? Oh shit! I've got a week off. Not next week, but the week after.
Ah, the week that Sean and I and Laurie to get our new monitors.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Ah, great! So I can bathe in you guys gloating over your brand new screens.
I mean,
Yes.
you said you had enough to buy yourself 2 Napa chairs. You still got enough time to get pre-orders in for that monitor.
Do it.
You know you want it.
Here's the thing that he's got to ask himself. If he buys one of those monitors, what is the likelihood that his wife's going to steal it?
Very high.
Buy her one too.
Very high. Actually, she's got a pair of IPS monitors, so she's really happy at the moment. So
Oh, project. Did you check out that link that I sent you? Or that I tagged you in about the IPS 144 Hz?
Yes, I did see it. I've made a note of it, and we'll look
Good.
into it at some point.
do it.
So you technically still haven't looked at it.
Do it.
Yes, I have looked at it. I mean, by reviewing and researching it.
Do it.
Do it.
Ah, mate, Lozzie's been touched.
I have. Aggressively.
Oh. Oh.
Right in the gizzard.
Get that down, your son.
Let me heal.
No.
Oh, Dutch, when we were
Hello.
doing those duos, what was it, last night?
Yeah.
How pissed do you think that guy was who I took down on the roof of that building with a 249 and then murdered again as he parachuted
you
onto his corpse?
Didn't.
It was a bit dirty.
Killed the guy, and like I said to Dutch, keep them occupied because they didn't see me go to the bottom of the building that they were on the roof. I was like, keep them occupied, give them something to shoot at, keep their attention because I'm going upstairs.
I had no armor, and it kept taking me down to a sliver of health before I kept ducking back in. But I kept pinging them with the Odin, so I kept like taking armor off, kept harassing them and stuff like that. And then suddenly it was just a case of hello. And then the one guy died, fell off the roof, so that he like
He
so you
went
could
down
hear
and then we went down and decided to crawl off the roof. Dirk just went, someone blasted up, they hit the ground. Or crated, was it? So, they crated.
Yep. And then the other guy fucked off somewhere. And then we came back, and then the guy dropped onto his kit again. Obviously, it was probably a loadout kit that he picked up. And I was just sat there going, hang on a minute. There's a loadout drop like 100 meters that way. Went off there, picked up a sniper rifle, and just started beating him as he came down.
Oh God.
And Creation, who are you? Snakey got the got the actual kill on him.
Snake.
And then Snake tried to come around behind us, and unfortunately we were looking that way because of somebody else who had been shooting in that direction. He was not happy either. For fuck's sake! He was a northern lad, just like you.
Yeah. Fuck's sake!
You were one of my people.
Well, no, he was northern, like Lawsy. You're
Northern, Creationeer. You're not northern, really, are you?
Here we go again. Okay, now. Here we go again.
Here's how we win, Dutch. We stoke a war in the north between the northerns.
No. Northern Powerhouse. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, but you've got to deal with Leeds, mate.
I'm alright with
No,
Leeds.
poor Pathfinder! Revenant, you bastard!
Oh, because remember, you're on the wrong side of the Pennines for them.
Oh, fucking hell, yeah, according to Lemon, yeah. I'm on the wrong side of the Pennines. I thought, like, between the two of us, we were both taking shit, but then he gave me shit, and I'm like, hang on a minute, we're all supposed to be on the same side here. He's like, you're on the wrong side of the Pennines. I'm like, oh, mate! Take back every good thing I said about Leeds.
Oh, back.
He was just dropped out, right?
Project.
That's project.
Bye, Project.
Being very quiet.
Project.
He can be quiet when he's doing his thing.
However, Sean,
He's doing his thing.
your stream is currently very misleading.
What do you mean misleading? Oh yeah, because we're just chatting rather than playing games. Because none of you fuckers decided to
So
join.
why aren't you trying them with a
I've been waiting for Dirge.
And I've been stuffing my face with Pringles and guacamole.
And now I'm tired. I'm 2 drinks down. Well, 3 drinks down. That's as high as a big bottle.
That's the point, actually. Just looking down at my test.
You require more beer.
I think have I showed you one of my recent builds.
More beer? More beer. We require more beer.
Everybody needs more beer.
Everybody needs more beer. Everybody who's joined me in the stream, you need more beer. More beer? More beer.
But what do bears have to do with it?
Bear?
Yeah, he said more bear.
We don't need more bear. We have enough bear. We have brown bear.
We don't have enough. We don't have enough Ruby.
Ruby is a very.
I can't be asked to dig that out now. I'll do that.
All right,
later.
Ruby is a very interesting bear.
What I think's funny with Bear is he will talk normally with his northern sort of not quite Lawsy level Newcastle stuff.
Yeah.
And every now and then you will hear him go into his Filipino.
Every now and then, yeah.
And he will sit there and he will start walking sort of like this.
It's kind of like with people with specific accents from different regions. So, for example, my brother, who was born in Scotland, when he gets angry, he goes Scottish. But the rest of the time, he speaks Manc. But if he's pissed off, he'll go full blown Glaswegian, which is mad. It actually it doesn't happen often, but when it does, it's fucking hilarious.
It's like when I go into South African.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, there was that time when you lost it completely and you went full blown.
Yep. That was on Flood.
Flood Zone.
But then we've got Munchie, who normally talks like this. But then every now and then you'll hear him start to go a bit more like
bit more
Somerset.
Somerset and Farmer, sorry.
It's,
like he's got a fair bit too much cider in him.
Whee!
Oh god! What's
We're going on an adventure.
Oh, no!
They're going on.
No! Not on the pants.
I'm sorry.
There's very interesting monitors over there and a very bland wall.
I must say,
Hey, but you can definitely see that he's got a fan.
Lawsy's office space is fucking nice, though.
It's a big fan.
I have to say it. His office space is...
Woo!
Hello. His office space is really nice. Oh, and his office space is also sideways.
Suddenly, we become...
Suddenly, I feel very sick.
Fixing it. Keeping Dej happy.
Oh, you're trying to just show off the fact that you actually bought his microphone.
He's also got...
You're making Dej go, I had that.
Yeah.
He's showing off a very lovely...
You have cleaned it since you received it, haven't you?
Cannon me face, argue.
Rip.
It's a very lovely fireplace as well.
Yes.
Very posh.
I should probably see
Lawsy,
what
how much money do you make from streaming, by the way? You must make a fucking mint looking at your office space, bro.
Yeah, not that much.
Anymore. Ooh.
Right. Okay, so I think my in-game is done, except...
A better angle for you, Dej.
Everybody likes a bit of angle for the angle.
That is good.
That like proper streamer angle.
It is, actually.
Yeah. Thing is, I would hang...
What you need now, mate, is some display.
Display is good. I've got mine, and I need to still put mine up. Fuck.
You've bought displays. What'd you get?
I got
I do want
the Black and Red collection.
What was that one?
The Black and Red collection was various different animes and game characters, but they were silhouetted in black and red.
Oh, I think I remember seeing that.
They look fucking mint. I really like them. So I've got Vegeta and Spike Spiegel and a few others as well. And yeah, I need to get them up on the wall. But when I took them off the wall in the old house, they took the fucking paint off the wall.
Were you on command strips, or was that like the little magnetic thing?
The magnets. The back of the magnets, the glue on those things is ridiculous. So he just went, yeah, okay. Took a big chunk of the paint off and looked at the wall and went, wow. About that deposit.
Well, you basically fucked that guy over, didn't you?
No. That was the place before. I didn't put him up in the place up north.
Okay.
But I will be in this place because my office space is fucking nice rather than it being an attic space.
Yeah.
So I've got a bundle come up on the store called Caliber Conversion Pack 41 Action Express.
Yes.
Right.
And the Uzi in that looks like it's straight out of a Chuck Norris Delta Force film.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
But seriously, if you've not felt the power of 4180,
Hey, I unlocked that fucking age.
My god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. 41 AE puts people down like nothing else. But it's a straight up fight. Do you take the really, really big mag or that? Because either way, you're putting folk down. In Warzone, anyway.
Yeah. Why is this coming out so
What you doing, Dad?
purple?
Pepper.
Very good. Pacefield. Wow, that's green. Okay, no, don't do that.
Murder. The Munchies.
Where's Munchie?
It's a Burger Town based P90.
Oh. So it's not a southern cunt.
And a Burger Town based Glock.
No, I prefer the cunt.
Picture the ketchup and mustard cables from your PC, right? From the old days. PCs,
The old days.
and turn them into a gun.
No, I don't like it. Definitely
This
don't
makes
like
no
it.
sense. That. Ah, son of a bitch. That's not what I wanted.
What are you all doing?
That color correction is the yellow. But that's What? This makes no sense. Why am I literally seeing a different color to what I'm telling it to be?
Aww.
It's a white background.
That's because it's an alpha channel.
Why will my child not go to sleep? It's
Alpha
20.
channels are when you go like fade out.
Have you tried chloroform?
Snake.
Yeah.
Have you tried a frying pan?
Snake. We're not allowed to drug or hit children, okay?
Have you tried taping them to their bedroom wall with duct tape?
Just because it worked for yours doesn't mean it'll work for everyone.
No, I did it to a friend's sister, actually.
No, with Damien, you need to actually
saying
tape
that-
them to the ceiling.
Saying that, I do remember me and a childhood friend, basically his sister was annoying the shit out of us, so we decided that we were going to take gaffer tape and stick her to the ladder of my bunk bed.
Nice.
Oh,
After half an hour of us leaving her there, she was crying her eyes out. Her parents completely ignoring her because they just thought that she was being a whine or we were bullying her or something else like that. Until my maid came in, saw this,
His maid.
read the fucking riot act to me and the brother, forced us to untie her, and then explain what we had done to the mother.
I'm sorry, they have a riot act?
She made me feel that there was definitely going to be consequences. I swear to God.
Oh man.
So I grew up in Zimbabwe and stuff like that, and we did used to hire employees and servants and stuff like that who were there to help with parents essentially who were working full time and didn't have the time to take care of their houses themselves. So they hired essentially help.
The hired help.
And
literally the hired help.
Literally the hired help. Paid decent wages, put them up in in quarters on premises, so they didn't have to travel back and forth to where their usual home would have been, which would have been a good 3 hours worth of drive every day, which just wasn't feasible. So a lot of the time there would be quarters on premises.
Yes.
Essentially, it's like how some of your live-in stuff works nowadays.
That's a lot of yeah, I was going to say that's how a lot of the higher echelons of a society have their people. They actually have the second homes on estates. I've seen they have that.
Yeah.
That's where they have the help.
Yeah, and here's the thing, right? There is no difference between help that is hired in Europe that lived in the same kind of conditions, a la in, the medieval eras or, the upper echelons and stuff like that,
Yes.
versus the help that was then hired and housed in, similar accommodation blocks and units that happened to be in Africa. It just so happened to be that there was the racial divide, which didn't happen in Europe because, well, there was no racial divide.
Because Europeans.
I mean, Europeans are fucking dicks.
Europeans
let's put that
are all,
straight.
for lack of a better term, Europeans all look the same.
Yeah, it really is. Okay, fine. You'll have people who travel out of country. So you'll have Albanians working in Poland. You'll have Polish people working in England. You'll have Germans working in the Netherlands, or you'll have the Dutch working in Spain. But
Yes.
the same thing happens. It just so happens to be that there was.
For Dirge, do you actually have a British passport, or have you got it?
Oh yeah, I've got a British passport, 100%.
He's not illegal.
I am definitely not illegal.
As far as we know.
As far as we know.
No, I am 100% legal.
He's allowed to be here.
You know the way.
I have known the way for many years. And
You didn't creep in.
yeah. So the thing is, right, the respect that was given to these people, she was my nanny, essentially. She was not a servant, she wasn't anything like that. She was family, she was my nanny. She essentially brought me up more than my mother and my father did because they were working full-time jobs.
Yeah.
They still had to deal with my shit when they came home, and basically they were told how much of a shit I'd been.
The maid just points at you and just goes, "That one's
been a shit."
Him and his shit today. Levels. He's been on one.
And it's like the first nanny that I ever had, she still holds near and dear into my heart because, she was someone that literally brought me up. She saved my life on a couple of occasions. She saved me from a fucking spitting cobra.
What?
Yeah.
Zimbabwe.
Mate, you forget where I grew up. I grew up in Africa, okay?
I told you about my friend Kat who decided it would be a good idea to boot a snake who was close to a farm. She lived on a farm in South Africa and the snake came up to the fence right next to her. Instead of her running off screaming, she booted the fucking thing. And I was like, are you completely and utterly mad? She's like, no, that's a regular occurrence. If snake comes onto your land, you don't want it to bite the animals, do you?
Yeah, well, you don't want it to bite any of the employees. You didn't want them to bite, your siblings or anything like that.
So she literally booted a snake. I'm like, you're fucking mental.
There was a video I remember seeing. I think it was in South Africa at a restaurant or something like that, and there was a king cobra.
Oh, yeah.
Full hood flare. This thing was essentially pissed because the humans around it were making such a fucking racket because it had slithered up into the dining area and everybody else was kind of losing their shit. Yeah. And there walked along this old todger. And then essentially the snake kind of reared up at him, and essentially it didn't strike at him, but it just hissed and went for one. So he kind of took one look at it. It kind of pulled back a bit and he just booted it in the face. And carried on walking, and this thing basically then just kind of shook its head and then slithered off somewhere else. He's like, fuck off with that.
There was a video on YouTube a while ago.
The what?
Some people are just mad fearless though, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're just fuck you, snake. I'm the master of these.
There was a
yeah, you would. I will shoot you in the face.
Bruh, come. We've still got this 1v1 challenge, yeah? Because everybody needs to challenge Bear, put him in his place, and then we need to decide. We need to figure out the hierarchy,
Aye. There was a video a while ago of it was like a snake charmer
we
type
did
thing.
that before, and I punched Sean in the toe.
Bastard. Yeah, it was like a snake charmer, and he was taking care of various snakes, and there were snakes all over the place. This cobra reared up at him, And rather than like backing off like most people would, he literally slapped the fucking thing on the head.
Oh yeah, the Chargers too. They'll come
I
out and
was
they'll just
like,
go, no,
what?
snap.
You're just gonna slap a snake? Mad fuck. Yeah, people are
Lordy,
mad.
I was gonna question your sanity of swapping out a Spitfire for a fucking Grimlock just there.
Pure accident.
Hell yeah.
Spitfire's just the best. To be fair, the Hemlock, I'm really enjoying at the minute.
It depends. Like, if you're in the mood for it and you just happen to get that rifle, then go.
It's just fucking lethal. The base fire on it is just fucking lethal.
When do you think they're releasing the Vault?
I think it's going to be a mid-season thing after this
Right.
Lost Treasure event's finished.
Do you reckon that it's going to be a crate drop only, or is it going to be a world spawn?
Nah, I think it'll be World Spawn. I think it's going to be one of those. Do you remember when you can still? Whoa! Did anyone else see that open up?
Yeah.
I didn't see it open up. I did see it.
See it open on its own. I was like, what the fuck? It's a ghost. It's a ghost in the game.
Ghost. No.
They
Maybe one of
booby-trapped
those
that door.
world events that Apex is well known for.
I mean, to be fair, who got the world events first?
Apex.
No, it was fucking cool. It was Battlefield, Levolutions.
No, I mean like world events as in this thing has happened.
Nice.
So like now we have the world event where everybody gets released from the gulag. Doesn't matter
Yeah,
if you're
true.
dead or not. So they're just random events that just happen. Levolutions, you actually need to work for those fucking things.
True, but that was kind of like that was a cool thing that happened.
Yeah. I want Levolutions in the next Battlefield, by the way.
Yeah. They've missed it because obviously BF1 and BF5 didn't have them.
Nope.
Okay, fine, you had the sandstorms and shit like that in BF1, but they didn't happen in 5 at all.
Nope.
Well, apart from on
Apart from Blip.
the Blizzard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But that.
Also, talking about the jailbreak thing for obviously Warzone and whatnot. That's the only reason we got our bullshit victory.
Yeah.
Well, that and somehow managing to survive a group rocking up after Dirge picked up his now banned from contract.
it was.
We had no right. We had no right to survive that first encounter, let alone win the game.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
essentially, like I think because the fact we basically were aggressive to the fact that these guys were pushing, and like, fuck it, let's go. We got nothing to lose, but they did.
There was a tweet that went out earlier from Xbox, and it was basically describe your favorite game in 3 words. And lots of people put mad stuff. Of course, there was some cringy shit as well. So Nvidia piped up and said Minecraft on RTX on. It's like fuck off.
Everything I think Nvidia put up at the minute is RTX on, isn't it?
Yeah. But Danny on PC piped one up and he said blue filter, M16A3, Metro. It's like, wonder if Battlefield 6 is going to bring in that same thing.
There's a voltage.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, so those vaults are they similar?
There's keypads there,
Yeah.
Aye.
so you will be able to open them and just.
That's no vault.
Sorry,
That's
that
a
happens.
missile silo.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's not a vault, that's a silo.
There's going to be a missile
Even
coming out
bigger
of
one
that.
than that as well.
But the vaults are essentially what you used to be able to find in the cliff faces, where you had to go and shoot down the drones, which I've noticed that those have disappeared.
Big flamming.
Yeah,
Or
that
they
was
on the
on.
previous map. You haven't pinged him, mate. You need to ping him.
Oh. You don't need to ping him. He's going to fuck him up.
I can follow your traces, right? Snakey, what are you doing?
What do you mean, what am I doing?
I mean, like, what are you so intently watching? Are you watching Lawsy?
No, I'm playing some Modern Warfare.
Ah.
Modern Warfare.
I mean, you're not joining, Sean.
I'm not playing at the moment. In fact, I'm going to end the stream there.
I reckon with that weird
I
alpha layer thing that I was
think-
doing, that's the closest that I can get.
I think we should do
those-
these more often, though. These just chatting shit things. We get everybody in and we just do various different things and we just chat away about various bobbins.
It is good. Loy's is about to be fucked, though.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
maybe
he's
not.
not. No, he's not. Lawsy's got it. What are you talking about?
Fuck.
Yeah, he got fucked.
Okay, maybe not.
Guy out with a gold fucking shield as well.
Right. Well, thank you very much for joining. And maybe catch you next time. Bye!